because Brian Albert was involved in a murder. Let me be very clear about that, Christopher Matai, because I know you're going to watch this and clip this motherfucker. Your boys, your clients, they're suing me. They were involved in covering up a murder. And I can't wait to pants you in court if you're retarded enough to bring me to trial.
Can you please not go back?
I can't wait. You think these people think they're going to sue me and be like, now he's going to stop. No. Now's when I double down. Now's when we double down, motherfucker. Yeah. And in case I just raised almost 90 grand the other day, and we could do it again. Because I'm going to make you a villain, Christopher Matai. You are going to be, I don't know if you know what you signed up for.
Do you understand that? Serious crap.
You signed up to defend cop killers. That's what you did. And we don't take too kindly to cop killers around here, do we? That hasn't changed. That nothing's fucking changed. When I went to the Billerica lacrosse game in June of 2023 and I called them a cop killer, I was right. And I'm still right today.
You got parents laughing, like, watch this, and then going, method acting, like, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Because I know you're old and we have to be nice to fucking old people, especially when their fucking kid died. And your fucking joke, because that's what it is, a joke of a lawsuit doesn't fucking scare me. It just, and that's the way I feel tonight. I feel over fucking whelmed. I did not want to do this stream. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm in a horrible mood. I'm frustrated. I have a million fucking things to do. I feel like my head's going to fucking explode. And I know that tomorrow I'm going to wake up to more shit. Because every fucking day, this is what I deal with. Try being me for a day. Just I dare you. I fucking dare you. You know? And I did a little rant. It's like I have other people I could rant about. I'm just not going to. But, anyway. You don't scare me. None of you motherfuckers scare me. I have an army of people behind me who want the truth. And they know that I am the vessel to the truth. So I ain't Alex Jones. I don't make shit up.
I mean, you've done mocking imitations of Sandy Hook parents crying, correct? No. I want to play you a video clip, too, from September 24th, 2014, and November 11th, 2016. Will you play the video clip called Crying?
And you've got parents laughing on, and they walk over to the camera and go, and not just one, but a bunch of parents doing this. And we see footage of one of the reported fathers of the victims, Robbie Parker, doing classic acting training where he's laughing and joking, and they say, hey, we're live. He goes, oh. And maybe that's real. I'm sure it is.
Right. I just want to make it clear that we didn't boo his mother or anything like that. I can back up and document everything that I say. And you probably don't even know what this is. You probably just saw like, oh, the headlines, like, and somebody came to you and it's like, yeah, you're great, Chris. This Turtle Boy guy, he's a real problem. He's got a big mouth. You got to shut him up. And you're like, okay, I'm Christopher fucking Matai. I charge $1,500 an hour. I'll fucking scare the shit out of him. Motherfucker, I don't scare. You don't scare me, bitch.
Can you please not go back?
You don't fucking scare me.
Can you please not go back?
And I know I scare your clients. They're so scared of me. I don't want to hurt their feelings. So when I say that I've said this before, that they're more scared of me than I am of them. That's not in the I'm going to kick your ass kind of way. It's in that fact that I am fucking relentless and I bring facts. All right. Do I have court today for my civil case? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Not that I know of.
Hello? Is no one going to talk?
Hi. Hello. Sorry. Holy shit, that was so good. Tuesday.
It was amazing.
Tuesday, that was
so
I'm
good.
giving you an Academy Award for
Yes.
that. That was great.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Way to go.
Way to
that
go.
was really good.
Way to go.
It's just amazing how many clips you can compare them to.
Yes. Yes.
And the fact, I don't know if you caught, but Aidan had said, "I'm going to make a villain of you," when he was speaking directly to, although on his live, he's speaking directly to attorney Mateus,
Yes.
right? That's in and of itself kind of a defamation threat, right?
Right.
I'm gonna turn you into a villain.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his last name is pronounced Maddie.
It's Maddie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this, Maddie. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah. So in case anyone who missed it, the McCabe's, Alberts, Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, and Colin Albert had their first hearing on, was it Tuesday, guys? I keep getting confused with Tuesday and Wednesday. I think
Yes,
it was Tuesday. And it wasn't a Zoom hearing, first of all. It was an in-person hearing. I saw a bunch of Free Karen Reed people posting that it was a Zoom hearing. That's not the case. And Turtle Boy, who was so excited for this, he's been waiting to be sued by them. He's been begging for it. Didn't show up for the hearing. So that was pretty interesting. What do you guys think about that?
I think maybe they didn't want to see each other in court.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just reminded me of when he was boasting about Hank putting him on the witness list, and then he went and pled the fifth.
Hey, that's a great comparison.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Yeah. Like all of his supporters and stuff, they just don't even question that. Do you remember when he was screaming, he couldn't wait to get on the stand? I can't wait to get up there and go against Hank Brennan. And literally 4 days later, he pled the fifth.
Yep. Yeah. And they deny it. A lot of them deny that it was, because remember, they had to do it on the side of the court.
Well, they didn't need to do that. She did that, which I cannot understand why she did that. That was bizarre.
Yeah, Hank didn't want that. Hank asked her not.
Yeah, he wanted
make him say it.
Yeah, remember Bradel was like, "Well, I can do it for him," and Hank's like, "No,
no,
yeah, thank you."
And then Judge Canone's like, "Oh." Yeah, I think that I think Brennan wanted him to sit in the witness box and do it like everybody else does it. I don't know why he got some special treatment there.
Yeah,
I was trying to add. So, although his fans don't question why he didn't go. Or why Karen didn't go, all over Twitter, it's been just a whole hot fest of trying to degrade and demean and speculate on witnesses.
They are very concerned with why they were all, I guess, out of their homes. I don't know why they were sitting next to each other, why they were sitting in the last row. That was a very big concern.
Yep.
Why Higgins lost weight? They liked to call him fat. Now he's skinny.
They all look.
I want to point out that they are sitting closer to the judge than Aidan or Karen were.
Yeah.
But then, you look at how much Alan Jackson has aged over the last couple of years. These people look great. They look, if anything, younger than they did at the trial. But, they got to make it about superficial, whatever.
yeah."
Imagine if they did. First of all, imagine if they didn't show what they'd all be saying.
Right.
Second of all, imagine if I saw a bunch of posts. Why did all of them have to go? Imagine if one of them didn't go. Imagine if Brian Higgins didn't go. He'd be flipping. Right. The feds would be coming.
Yeah, even if they weren't sitting next to each other, that was.
Imagine if they. Oh my God, Ginny! Imagine if they weren't sitting next to each other.
That's what I mean. I made that post today, and first of all, it's very sad how many Free Karen Reed people did not understand the irony of me posting a picture that's exactly like this, but it's Karen and her family, and literally copying word for word what someone said about this picture, but I wrote it about her and her family. I had to explain to so many of them.
Dear God.
That
irony is not their strong suit.
Right. It was called irony. And every time they were like, Well, they're just sitting there. I was like, exactly. Thank you very much for proving my point.
They can't
Yeah.
see it. They
They
cannot
don't
see
get
it.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing
and
too
that's
is that they have been under stress. They've been I mean, it's
Yeah.
almost a bit of well, it is. It's gaslighting. They've been harassing and abusing these people, and then they're like, "Hey, look what shit they look like."
Right.
It's like, well, first of all, I think they look great, but if you think they look worn
Stress.
down at all and stressed, they've been going through hell for 3 years of online abuse and in-person abuse.
Yeah.
So it just the gaslighting is just the
So,
hypocrisy.
so let's talk about this first tweet you have up. So this is, Ginny, is this Victoria Vento?
yes.
Okay. So
Oh,
Victoria
mhm.
says Matt McCabe needs to wipe that smirk off his face. And Victoria says they are all scared shitless. All of
Sure.
them. So
Clearly.
they look good. Yeah.
The people that showed up are the ones who are scared.
Yes.
Shit.
The people that
Not the
showed
two
up,
people who
not
didn't.
the other two.
Right.
Right.
Both Bryans are looking rough. They look great, I
They
think.
look great.
How much weight has Higgy lost? So I think she's probably called him fat a million times now.
Oh,
She
probably.
is not happy that he lost weight. Hang your head in shame, buddy. We know what you did. Okay, Victoria.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Did you hear all what Aidan said about God, almost don't even want to repeat it. It's just so gross about Higgins' weight loss.
No.
He
No.
said it looks like all of Africa gave him AIDS.
Oh.
Way to
Okay.
be racist while also
Mhm.
being really gross.
I think
I
those are
mean-
things that will, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like those are things that will be added to their defamation case.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, who even thinks that way? It's
Yeah.
like, where do you even? It's just always just the worst of the worst.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so
You
He
guys-
wants- yeah.
Look at Matt. Like he makes
Oh,
me
sorry.
laugh so
I know.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so mad. It's so
They're
mad.
like saying, like, you know what you did. Look at their guilty faces. Blah, blah, blah. Like that's
Yeah.
what they've been telling me all day while I've been arguing with them. And I'm like, yeah, look at Matt. He definitely looks
Yep.
Yeah.
like he's
I love
feeling
him.
so guilty.
Yeah.
And the other thing we all talked about, you guys, was so look at any free Karen Reed freak that's watching. Look at these people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's what, 5 missing who were in the house that night, right?
Mhm.
4 Brian Albert Jr., Caitlin, Sarah, and Julie Nagel. So 4. So add them to this row right here, and then add the 50 more people that it would take. Imagine what a powerful picture that would be if all of them were sitting in. I guarantee it could fill a courtroom, the people that she claims framed her.
100%.
Oh,
That
for
would
sure.
be fantastic.
Wouldn't that be amazing? And I wonder if at
Mhm.
that point, anyone in that cult would be like, yeah, you know what, this is kind of
It's ridiculous.
ridiculous.
They should take a giant group photo of everyone that should have to be involved.
Yeah.
Well, that was going to be my next project or Jenny's next project. Because we did those little, pictures, the thumbnails of everyone. So I really want to do that because I think that would be an amazing.
You know what?
thing
I
to
think
make.
I started that actually
did.
like, a long time ago.
You did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have it at least started.
Yes. Wouldn't that be fun, G?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think one of the saddest things about this picture is Colin should be graduating this week.
I know.
And
so
if not
sad.
for, Karen and these people,
Yes.
he would be starting his life as an adult. This is really, really sad that instead he's sitting in a courtroom.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Look what a handsome guy he is. He's
He
really,
is.
you can see he's matured a lot. Like
Yep.
Yeah.
he just those
There were a
years.
lot of remarks.
He's a great kid. He's a
He
great
is. He's
kid.
very polite.
And his dad being there with him is so sweet.
I know.
Yeah. Chris.
Yeah. So let's get into this one. Go ahead, G.
No, I think Tuesday you put this up, right?
Oh, I just added some. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Let's talk
So
about Rebecca.
this was Rebecca, who is a YouTuber
God.
podcaster. And this is her response to
Yeah.
the photo of them. I think it was actually a video of them sitting there. I think it's possible that they thought they wouldn't be on camera if they all sat to the side.
Directly in the line of sight of the camera.
Yeah.
Becky.
Alternatively, they wanted to be seen there to create the impression of fearlessness and solidarity.
Well, she nailed it, right? I mean, no
She
matter
did.
what these
She
people
did.
do, it's wrong.
Yeah.
No matter what they do.
Yeah.
If they would have gone, then that's wrong. If they don't go, then that's wrong. If they sit on this side together, that's wrong. I mean, they have an answer for all of it, right?
Yeah.
And no matter what, they're wrong. The,
Yeah.
the
And
witnesses
it's all
are wrong.
in the same tweet. It's like they went there trying to be incognito, but they also went there all together to give an impression of solidarity and
She's like
fearlessness.
the woman with two opinions. Like, what are you even talking about?
Oh.
And the whole thing about, I made this point on Twitter too. The whole thing about trying not to be caught by the camera. These people have had their pictures taken. I think my point on Twitter was like they have more pictures out there than Britney Spears in her heyday, like from TMZ. You know what I mean? Like hide from the camera. It's ridiculous. And also, I just have to say, I did get one free Karen Reed person to acquiesce to me today because I told them, I said, you understand that you are nitpicking people that are literally sitting, correct? Like you understand that they are sitting and you are nitpicking them to death.
Yep.
And finally they were like, okay, yeah, like whatever. So
I mean, they are sitting on a bench.
Correct.
Like, what are you?
Like,
what is wrong with you people? They are sitting and
They've also
staring
said there was also a big thread about who is going to take a plea deal first. And it's like, this is a civil defamation suit, and they are the plaintiffs.
I just can't with the plea
No,
deal.
there was not.
I could not even respond to any of
I
those
can't.
because I just couldn't.
Yep.
Oh my God.
A plea
Who
deal.
is this circled?
So this, I believe this person works for the attorneys because he was taking notes the whole time.
He's one of their lawyers.
he's their
Oh,
young
okay.
lawyer. Yeah.
But
I
I
had
just-
his name, but I can't remember it right now.
I just
He's one of
wanted
their
to
lawyers.
point out that a memo has gone out because I saw it from some names that you'll recognize today, that Ham is the new McAlbert. So it's Higgins, Albert, McCabe. So now they're all saying Ham. And I've seen it like pop up just like you do when there's a cult. You see like, the accounts that we all know. Now they're all saying Ham.
Yes.
So just wanted to put their talking point out there.
Oh, I think I've seen that a couple times. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
They're so clever.
I think I have a couple.
It's like when I worked as a preschool teacher for a few years through college. They have they name things, little kid words.
Right.
Here we go here. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, what? Hold on. Sorry. Just trying to make it a little more viewable.
Oh,
So this is
Justice
actually two attorneys' Twitter
Yes.
page.
This is his name Michelle?
I have no idea.
The other
guy.
attorney? I thought it was Michael, but I don't know.
Michael, I don't know. It's spelled like Michelle.
Michael
He
or Michelle, whatever.
Yeah.
Now
He
he's
is
Michelle.
actually the person who authored and penned this tweet. And I know this because he put his initials on a reply to me. And I have been waiting over 24 hours for him to provide me with the facts that make these people murderers.
Did
Right.
he tell you yet? Has he
No,
told you?
he's gone in the wind. He's just he's left.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
And this is also, Michael may have penned it, but this page also belongs to Linda Kenny Bodden,
Yes.
who is Aidan Kearney's lawyer,
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
who is
Correct.
co-signing these sort of tweets,
Which
which
is kind of noteworthy, don't you think?
yeah.
It's very noteworthy. And we should also note that both of those people raised funds for him
Correct.
in
Yes.
his defense fund for this suit. So,
Mhm.
Oh wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great
There's
point.
a lot going on there.
Yeah.
What is the maturity level there? I mean,
I don't know.
where's the
They're
professionalism?
not young people. That's for sure.
No, that's for sure.
They look so terrified.
This was the one. This one I went back and forth with several times today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was like, you really have quite a narrative in your head, don't you?
They thought it was a good look to show up together. they are the plaintiffs.
Mhm.
What are you talking about?
Wow. It's just like though, Brian and Nicole not coming out of the house. Had they come out of the house, had Brian
Right.
come out of the
Oh
house,
my God.
there
Can
would
you
be a whole
imagine?
nother story
Yeah.
Yeah.
lined about that. Like
Yeah.
they
The
make a
double
story.
edge.
Yeah. No matter
They
what.
lose. Yep. They
Yep.
lose no matter what. If they would have come in
Microdots,
different
Microdots,
clothing.
Microdots would have a video of him trampling all over the lawn and
Yeah.
Right.
hiding things and
Dropping stuff.
scary music playing and
Yeah.
Right. Sweeping over footprints.
in his
Oh,
Brian
you know
his
what?
underwear dropping tail
I
light.
don't know why, but when you say that, like it made me picture him in like an Easter bunny costume.
With a basket of tail
Because
light.
it's that ridiculous.
Don't give John
right?
Cremo any ideas.
That's what's in their minds, I swear.
Oh yeah, so this is the guy who didn't show up.
Yeah.
I've been sued dozens of times and won every time. I am begging for these cop killing maggots to sue me. They
Sweet.
don't, because they know the truth is the best defense against defamation.
I am so happy he got his wish.
I am too.
It's amazing. Good for him.
Yeah. It's like the tooth fairy brought him like
I know.
$12,000 for one
He
tooth.
is so blessed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to be clear, we understand that he didn't have to show up. We understand that Karen Reed didn't have to show up. We're not saying they had to be there. We're just talking about how eager he has been to confront them, the witnesses.
Right.
Exactly.
And then at his very first chance, and he's already made an excuse for the next time as well, he's not there.
This
Yeah.
was this is his Super Bowl, and he is
This is-
not showing up.
Right.
Well, and
then
not to mention if the tables were turned, they would have been all over the witnesses for not showing up. It would have been a
Well,
whole different
yeah.
story.
So he already made an excuse for next time?
Yeah, I think he said he was on vacation or something like that. At least for
Yes.
one of
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And then you've got Karen who wanted to make a circus in the wrongful death case, remember?
Yes.
She wanted everybody showing up there. She's done this in every case that she has. And this one, she is just like incognito. You're
Yeah.
not going to see her. And she's the one that crafted all this. So, I mean, I would think as the author, she would want to be there to see her work, but I
Right.
guess not.
Well, and what's interesting is from the live where he was kind of talking around Karen last day or two. I don't remember which one it was. They clearly did not talk and coordinate not showing up together. They separately decided they were not going to show up, which is, part of why I think they were uncomfortable about seeing each other, being in the same room with each other. But he desperately wants her attention, and
Yes.
he wants the band to get back together. And it's pretty obvious that is not happening.
No.
I wish they had, though. Do you guys remember his face that he was making that time they were like sitting at the table together?
Oh, gee, I wish
Oh
you
my
had that
gosh, we
picture.
should put that up. Do you have it?
That
That is,
one
like, the
hearing,
best.
like, I would have just loved to see that.
I
Yeah.
wish you had that. That's one of the best. He was so excited.
He was. He had the biggest
Yeah,
smile
he's
on
giddy.
his face.
Literally
It was like a
giddy.
kindergartner when they see their mom walk in, like in the classroom, like my mom's here.
I don't think that's how it's going to be when it finally happens.
No.
And I
No.
really don't know what they're obligated to be there for. Maybe not ever. Maybe they don't, Alex
Right.
Jones didn't show up for his trial. So
Right.
maybe they'll never show up, which would be hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
would
what
be
the
interesting.
obligation is either. I'm not sure.
Before
Yeah.
we
Yeah, but
get
for
into-
someone who was sorry, Tuesday, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I'll go
I
after.
mean, for Karen Reed, somebody who is, fighting for justice and she was gonna, get justice for John. And here are all the
Right.
people that accused you.
Right.
Here's your chance, sister. Come on,
Yeah.
let's go. Like
Yeah.
you're up. And
Sure.
and
Yep.
she is just hiding.
Yeah. But I will say that if I had to place a bet on who was not able to keep their mouth shut during all of this, it would not have been Karen. And she's the one who's
Right.
kept her mouth shut.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because we haven't seen her publicly. And I
Right.
think that's part of the problem, because when she shows up publicly, it's going to be an overload for her because she's angry at Aidan. She's going to be angry at them.
Yeah.
They're going to have to medicate her.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Like a horse. Yeah. They're just going to have to shoot it in there.
So before we get into what we're getting into today, I tweeted this, but I really wanted to bring it up here, was and for those that don't really know who they are, but Andy Cohen, who is he works for Bravo. I don't know if he's a CEO of Bravo, but he's like well known for Bravo, and he does all the reality TV interviews for Bravo.
Yes.
And he had recently been interviewed, and there is a guy who was on the show Summer House. His name is Carl. No, name Carl? I always mix up their names. No, his name's not Carl. It's the other guy. Anyways, he was, they were out at a bar, and the guy was DJing, and Andy Cohen and him were seen on camera at what looked like they were yelling at each other. And it became this big public thing of there's no audio. So people are looking at the video and it looks like they are screaming at each other.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yes. And Andy was asked about this, and it was like a really funny story, but he was like, I was telling him I wanted him to play Madonna. And he's like, it's so funny because he's like, I look at it without the audio and it does look like I'm like aggressively berating him, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, but that's just not the context. And so I just thought that was kind of a noteworthy thing to bring up about how reckless it is to look at like a 10-second clip of someone's facial expressions and hand movements and to attach a narrative to it without the evidence supporting behind that, right?
Yeah, they love to do that with Brian Higgins and Chris Albert when they're leaving the waterfall, which I think now, especially Julie and Ginny having been here, there's no question they were telling everyone to come, right?
Yep.
That's where they were all going. That's the kind of people they are.
Yep.
Wanted everyone to come, wanted everyone to hang out.
I mean, it could have been anything like, bro, come on, let's go. I want you to come, or whatever.
Yeah, they were trying to tell everybody to come.
Right.
And yeah, you're right. And it just got turned into this, I mean, that was absurd.
Yeah, they were being very welcoming. And I think the problem that night was these people were not up to Karen Reed's standard.
Yeah.
She wanted to go somewhere else and she threw a fit. And then when they got to the house and there weren't a lot of people there, she probably threw another fit because she is Karen Reed.
When Chris wouldn't open D&E, when she wanted,
Wanted to
yeah.
soak up those 9 vodkas.
Yeah.
That's never helpful.
No.
The guy that Andy Cohen was, the DJ guy, his name was Kyle. Thank you. Someone corrected me on that. I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, the first time you said it, I thought you meant Kyle from Beverly Hills. So that's good. Thank you for letting me know.
No, but yeah, no. A male Kyle.
Do you want to start doing the text messages again, Julie?
Yeah. Could you start reading them? I think we left off on August 16th.
Yeah. Let me add my thing back to stage.
And so these first, some of them, we're just going to read them. There's not much to go along with them.
Can you guys see them okay, or should I make them bigger?
If you make them a little bigger, I can read with you too.
I can see him really well.
Yeah, those are good.
That's
You guys have good eyes. You must eat a lot of carrots.
Little rabbits of the forensic room.
You guys know we do not have good eyes.
This is where we are.
Not.
Yes.
Yes.
Where we are.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Do you want to start, Carrie, or?
You want me to be David?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can do it that way.
Okay.
You're blue, I'm green.
Okay. Can I text you off the record?
Yes.
And then, so obviously, what day was that, you guys? Because
August 16th.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. So the
No,
next
it's okay.
text comes in, but go to the next one. Sorry. I'm being difficult.
This one?
Yeah. Sorry. This
Okay.
is going to explain it. And then
Okay.
I just have something to say about it.
Okay.
Who is Yannetti? Ginny?
Carrie.
Carrie. Okay.
Actually, can I talk to you on the phone off the record? There's too much to say. Doesn't have to be tonight.
So again, David is far more sophisticated than Karen and far more sophisticated than Aidan because he knows, text like you're going to read it in court.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some significant mistakes with these texts, but
yeah,
I wonder if this one is also recorded, like the 420
Oh,
conversation.
I bet. I feel like everything with the attorneys is probably recorded.
Yeah.
I feel like everything with Aidan is probably
Me
recorded.
too.
Yeah.
He's got a history of that.
Me too.
Yep. Okay, it doesn't have to be night. You can call now. I'm doing a YouTube true crime show. I'm doing a YouTube true crime show Tuesday with the game guy who had Wendy on. We're going Tuesday at 7. Do you know any Boston criminal defense attorneys who would like to join the panel to discuss? I could give them a call. You're more than welcome, but I'm guessing you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I can't do that. But here are my recommendations of who to try. Steve Naiman, Peter Bellotti, Peter Elkin, Sharu Verma, public defender, but polished and impressive. That's off the top of my head. If you need more names, I can give them to you.
Okay, and yeah, for some reason that just repeated. This made me laugh when I was redacting these text messages. Again, he is just so lazy. Okay, I'm sure you're busy, but if you have any of their contact info, that would be helpful.
If only he had that damn assistant. When he was
Really
lamenting
need
about that,
Stand by. David has it.
I was like, dude, like Americans do this for themselves every day. Like you don't need an assistant. You just need a little bit of discipline.
But he said today he can't Google. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what he can do other than yell at a camera or whatever.
I will give you cell numbers. You should text them first and explain that I gave you their numbers. And then Naiman number. And then he proceeds to give all the attorneys' cell phone numbers to Aidan. I'm sure they're thrilled.
Yeah.
And Aidan, thank you.
And David Yannetti liked it.
Saw something interesting on Twitter about Colin Albert.
Do tell.
Oh my God. I mean, this is a man in his 60s.
It's so gross.
His 60s saying, do tell.
Like a gossipy little girl. FBI showed up at Bridgewater April 10th to subpoena him. In August, he was pulled over in a black Ford Edge.
Yes, saw that. We were thinking maybe that was why Lucky was so emphatic that it was not Brian Albert's Edge parked outside the house.
Blue's
Oh,
Clues.
sure, David. I mean, one of the things I was thinking about today is how David Yannetti and Alan Jackson just went along with this ridiculous everything was a conspiracy. So see it here, like he's creating the legs for this conspiracy. Oh, he's saying it's not Brian Albert, so it's got to be like Colin. It's just it's mind-boggling what these people did. They were like in a frenzy, and you've got this defense attorney who should have the natural ability to fend this kind of stuff off and think critically, and he's just playing into it. It's unreal.
And rather
also,
than ruling,
remember, he's Colin's 17.
Yeah.
No.
rather than ruling anything out, they just keep pivoting.
Yes.
I mean, naturally,
Yes.
when you're investigating or when, you rule things out, they never did that. They just would pivot to the next thing.
They
Like,
substitute to make it work.
exactly.
It's just, yep.
It was the guy from Yellow Cottage Tales. No clue how he got that. We don't have a video yet, right, Julie?
No, we won't have one until Wendy and Jen Kofendafer come back.
Okay. All right.
Do we know real quickly the date of when they wanted to reach out to Kevin from Yellow Cottage Tales?
So I think someone has asked that before. I don't know the date, but what I can tell you is it happened before, it was sometime in July.
Okay.
So it was before all of this.
Before
Correct.
this. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. And so he says, guy from Yellow Cottage Tales. And then he replies to Yannetti's comment about the edge and says, so Brian made Colin come back at 3:30 to shield the house. Oh my God.
It's so bad.
Which is
Just
so
imagine
interesting,
Colin.
right? Because so Colin is calling first Aaron Beatty for a ride. When that doesn't work because she doesn't have a license, then he's calling Aaron Beatty for an alibi. At the same time, his uncle is making plans for him to come back with his car to cover the area. This is, I mean, like all of these people belong in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention you're bringing another person into this story and putting their car right there and being like, yes, please block the body that we're going to drag out and you now be a part of this.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, as many people as possible. Let's get everyone involved.
Everyone. Yeah.
And this is after building Brian Albert up into this, superhero style, killer, boxer, whatever. But he needs the 17-year-old to come back and shield the house like he's Batman so that he can, no one is thinking any of this through. It's so ridiculous.
Again, if you believe
Also, who's
this,
answering their parents at 3:30 in the morning?
you need to be in a mental hospital.
No, you really do need to be in a mental hospital if you believe this. It's just, please get some help.
Yeah, it's insane.
Maybe, but so many LEOs drive edges. If the feds are indeed investigating, they know about 100 times more than you or us. This is true, David.
Yeah. I would say they know about 1,000 times more than both of them.
And how does he know how many people drive Ford Edges? I wonder. Does he have some kind of automotive database for law enforcement officers?
Yes, and they all write down what they drive, and then
Correct.
David can look it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes complete sense.
What other reason could they have to subpoena him at Bridgewater? And they did it before I wrote about it and before Alan filed that massive 94-page Google search affidavit on April 12th.
Can I step in here? And I just want to make it clear to everyone. Karen and her defense team gave Richard Green's conclusions to the feds on March 5th. He came up with it March 5th, 2023. They gave it to the feds first before they filed the motion. So again, like if Aidan was truly an investigative journalist, he may have figured this out, but he's just eating whatever they're feeding.
I wonder if they were just trying to shake him up by serving him at school. They like to fuck with people that way, unnerve them and make them uncomfortable.
I can't even, because he has a son
I know.
right around the same age as Colin. Like how
he's just
dare you?
He's repulsive.
He's disgusting.
And he also knows the whole time he's talking that he's the reason the feds are involved.
Correct. And he knows Colin had nothing to do with this.
Oh,
yeah,
he knows it. He knows it.
And he's also kind of toying with Aidan a little bit because obviously he does know it. He knows all of this long before Aidan knows it. And so he's just like teasing him, being like, oh, yeah, I bet you're right. When he knows he set all this in motion.
Yes.
Well,
I'm sure he knew about Bridgewater before Aidan did, but he's just playing along.
Well, that message earlier, just a few minutes ago. Let me see this one, like where Aidan throws out this insane theory. He doesn't say, I don't think so. He doesn't say
Maybe.
no.
Right.
He says maybe. He says maybe. So he just lets the balls stay in the air because that's easier for them, right?
Right. And so if you want the press, quote unquote press, to carry your story for your client, why are you letting them go down rabbit holes that are clearly incorrect? That doesn't sound like what this relationship is to me. So however they try to frame it, you look at these things and you can see what's going on here. And it's not simply a defense attorney speaking to a reporter. That is not what this is.
No. Right. Good point.
Okay, back to Aidan. Got an email about him today, and he sends something here, an attachment.
Did you see this exchange? I wish you could see that.
Yeah, me too. I tried to zoom in, and you can. It's blurry. Yes, she's completely full of shit. Another Wendy.
I don't know if she or Wendy is worse. I suspect both might have been hired by the Canton crew. Guilty people always accuse you of doing what they are actually doing.
That is such a loaded sentence right there.
Yeah.
Such a loaded sentence. And I think we should repeat it back to David as many times as we can. And so we do have a slide that goes with this. Yeah.
And excuse me, so this is David Yannetti telling Aidan Kearney that, and it must have been Coffindaffer. That
it is Coffindaffer,
okay,
100%.
That Coffindaffer and Wendy were hired by the Canton crew. This man is bananas.
So what's interesting about this too, this particular, remember I don't know if you were, Carrie, but I was also accused of being hired.
Well, I was just going to say to you, I was always wondering why they were always saying things like,
well,
you're being paid.
I think we've all been accused of that. Haven't we all been accused of that?
Yes.
Yeah, it was David Yannetti.
Yeah, I am being paid by multiple people, including Court TV. Just a ton of people. Haven't seen the money yet, but I
mean, Rosen.
Don't you remember, Jenny? We were part of an underground crew that went throughout the nation to help prosecutors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like the checks are like the feds, like we're just forever waiting on them. Yeah. But they're going to get here one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, David Yannetti damn well knows Jennifer Coffindaffer and Wendy Murphy have not been hired by the McCabe's and the McAlberts. And he is saying this to him, who Aidan has now been repeating this for 3 years.
So, and Aidan made a very big deal about the fact that there was a screenshot that Jen had posted, and it was clear in the screenshot that she was talking to Chris Albert. And so he made a very big deal about this, like, oh, she's talking to Chris Albert. She's their mouthpiece. Well, I'm sorry. Like, if she's actually a person in the media, so she's a content creator, and she's talking to the other side of yours, isn't that what she's supposed to be doing?
Right.
Isn't that what you should be doing, and not attacking them if you truly are an investigative journalist? Like I said, that guilty people always accuse you. That is such a loaded statement he made.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you should have a video of. Oh, sorry, Tuesday.
Oh no, I was going to say that's worthy of making a quote tweet about it.
Yeah. So after this conversation with David, of course, because he's a good little boy, Aidan is going to go live and try to please his masters.
Yep. Also, I just want to add, I don't know if anybody noticed my spaghetti back here.
Yeah, I did. It's very
so good.
I love it. Spaghetti Yannetti.
I couldn't play my Spaghetti Yannetti video because we'll get a strike, but so that was my nod towards him.
You are so clever.
There's spaghetti behind you?
Yes, it's spaghetti.
This is spaghetti. All of this. Do you see it, Tuesday?
Behind Aidan.
Yeah, behind Aidan, not behind me.
On the main screen.
That's amazing.
I was looking behind your head. I was like, what am I looking for?
Yeah, I really wish you could play that video for our viewers.
It's so funny.
I know.
Let's play this one.
She's actually not as obnoxious as Wendy. Wendy's more obnoxious, but they're the same kind of person. They're just menopausal white woman who just doesn't have it in them to admit that they're wrong because they're arrogant and they think that even associating and talking to someone like me is like beneath them, even though I'm a million times smarter than them and better at figuring this out than them. And they resent me because I represent this new way of doing things that is much better than the way they have done things, clearly.
I can't, you guys. Oh my God. Oh, can you play it one more time? I want to see what he says about the menopausal women.
Yeah. Let me rewind it. While I'm doing that, the man that thinks you shock your pool with electricity is smarter than them. Oh, wait. Sorry. I just went all the way back. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
It's like memories, right?
She's actually not as obnoxious as Wendy. Wendy's more obnoxious, but they're the same kind of person. They're just menopausal white woman who just doesn't have it in them to admit that they're wrong because they're arrogant and they think that even associating and talking to someone like me is like beneath them, even though I'm a million times smarter than them and better at figuring this out than them. And they resent me because I represent this new way of doing things that is much better than the way they have done things, clearly.
So he
Isn't
did
that his entire demographic?
Menopausal white women.
I'm so confused right now.
Lydia, does that not remind you of someone that came into the spaces the other day? Menopausal white women.
Yes. Boner salad.
Yes.
Was it him? Was it him incognito? I don't know.
No, it was not his voice.
He talked. It wasn't him, definitely.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I would trust menopausal white women over Aidan Kearney 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Middle-aged
And I'm
people
not
who
even saying I agree with
identify as
them,
a
I'm just
reptile.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, again, and then here's, the same thing with David, the way they speak about women, it's just, it's gross. It's gross.
And you can see like with Shane and with this guy that was on Spaces, they all just repeat it. They just parrot everything that he says about women, any chance that they get.
Can I just say he looks like a woman in that tank top? It's not very masculine.
No. And that was even pre-boobs. Imagine now. All right. We read this one, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You're still up.
Wendy has lost her fucking mind.
Here comes Kate. I think they're all getting their information from Kate Peter. She's the straw that stirs the drink.
She is the straw that stirs the drink.
We have to get straws that say Kate on them.
Yes.
Hey, she needs that in her profile.
Hey, we need some merch. We need some straw merch. Thank you.
Straw merch.
Not sure if you're familiar with her. The McCabe's have basically appointed her their spokesperson. Carrie and Jen and Matt referred the Boston Magazine reporter to her for comment.
Never heard of her.
He has now.
Is she the one with the mafia Twitter handle?
Oh, no.
Yes. She's a nobody.
She's a nobody that I talk about 24/7, 365.
Obsessed with me. And that's the only reason she's taken the lead to attack Karen. She's the one Judge Mathers denied the order against for me. Lost 2 of her kids to the state, a complete degenerate. And Wendy and this FBI agent lady are using her as a source.
None of that, by the way, is true about Kate Peter. Just FYI, people.
She's the one spreading this Colin has an alibi nonsense. They claim an unnamed girl has Life 360 data showing he was picked up at 12:10.
Good luck to them.
I cannot believe he made that statement.
I can text you without being quoted, right?
Always.
Just
Record you when we're on the phone.
just recording.
Yeah.
What a moron. Sorry, butt dial. No, you liar.
He's a murderer.
You liar, David.
Right.
Hope they got their story straight.
Yeah.
Aiden liked it. He liked sorry, butt dial.
But they never happen, right, guys?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine a police officer is shot in cold blood, and the last vehicle seen where his body was found was a Ford Edge. There would be an all points bulletin looking for information on whoever was driving that car. They'd have a list of every person in Canton who owns one. They'd be pulling surveillance videos all over town looking for footage of a Ford Edge around that time. They'd find a plate and identify them within a day or two. Yet when two MSP detectives found out this information, their immediate response was to pursue a wiretapping angle against someone called Turtle Boy. It's been a month. Wonder how much time they've invested in finding whoever was driving that Ford Edge.
This is so ironic. I mean, they did go the last car scene with the broken taillight with the driver who said she hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, the person that reported seeing the Ford Edge saw it from an intersection how far away.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and
that
saw
was
a
one of the
car
stories.
and he wasn't credible. But
No, he wasn't
Aidan is
credible at all.
very angry right now because he's being investigated for yet another crime.
Yeah.
Right.
And David knows all about it. David knows that he taped Lucky.
Yeah. One thing I always think about this too, with all these theories that they threw out, you know, all of Free Karen Reed screaming about like Norfolk County spending all this money to prosecute Karen. Every time I get those FOIA dumps, like the amount of reports, like the MSP reports, is absolutely insane because they investigated every single claim
They did.
that Karen and her attorneys made.
Yeah.
They are the ones that drove up the cost of that whole case
That's a great point.
because they threw out so many ridiculous theories that then MSP had to chase. But they scream and yell about Norfolk County. They really should be looking at Karen and her attorneys because it would have been nowhere near what it cost if they hadn't done this type of stupidity.
Yep.
Are you saying they were the straw that stirred the drink? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying, Jenny?
They were definitely the straw. An annoying paper straw that melts when you try to use it.
Say no to paper straws.
So true. These bastards deserved all of the scorn we are giving them. My prediction is that once this unraveled such that they can't prosecute the case, the question on everybody's mind will be, how did they ever think they would get away with it?
And so can we just say here, can we just stop here and talk
Yeah,
about
let's
this?
stop here.
You know, the witnesses were always the target.
Uh-huh.
Aidan likes to he likes to now characterize what he was doing as petitioning the government. But what he was actually doing was attacking the witnesses. And he got that from Karen and her attorneys. They were the targets. That was the way through. That is not petitioning the government. I just absolutely do not agree with that. But the government and the witnesses were always one, right? Because it was a cover up. So David can hem and haw and Aidan can hem and haw about people's interpretation of this text. But when they say these bastards, that's all of them. And the reality is, you know, how long have we spent? I mean, it's been over a year, maybe 2 years at this point, on their interpretation of tell them the guy never went in the house. I really don't want to hear any of these men complain about this text anymore, because the reality is, through the actions and the communications, we can prove that you created the connection and you created the witnesses and MSP and the DA as one.
And they're also, in the previous text that he's responding to, They're talking about one of the witnesses driving a Ford Edge.
100%.
He's saying right here, how did they ever think they would get away with it? Who do we think they're
100%.
talking about? They're talking about the witnesses.
100%.
So, sir, saying you're talking about the government are these bastards that I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
And this is what David said was BBO material. And you know what, sir, if that's what you think, then you should be disbarred because you did things far worse. And there is actual, like, there's actual evidence that shows when you're making that I don't know what you call that word, these bastards, we know who you're talking about. You created them as one unit from the beginning. So
Yep. Are you prepared to have counsel if these assholes come after you?
Yes.
why? Because he wiretapped people? Is that what he's worried about? Because he knows that he wiretapped people and he gave it to the defense?
Right. And also because he's intimidating your witnesses, David Yannetti. I mean, what? Like, what does this statement tell you about David Yannetti?
Yeah.
Yes. If they even attempt to question me about this, I'm just going to say lawyer and refuse to cooperate until I have representation.
I'm pretty sure he cried and asked them to close his garage.
I'm not giving them anything to work with. If they have a case against me, they can go and prove it. The fact that they'd waste their time on this says it all. They also have no jurisdiction, nor do they have a complainant. Lucky is not asking them to press charges. If I went to MSP about an alleged wiretapping, they would tell me to go to my local police. The appropriate agency to investigate is the town police, wherever I was when this supposedly happened. And he knows that from experience.
Yeah, and it's too bad we have the text where he confesses to all of it. But I think it's going to be really interesting to see how David responds to this, because Aidan is basically telling him, I committed a crime.
Right. And not only that, we know that he knows, I don't know where he says it, but he says that Lucky isn't filing anything. Doesn't he say that somewhere?
Yeah. He said it just.
Yeah. Because I mean, he knows he's holding something over Lucky's head, as we all know.
And he also told other people that Lucky was too dumb.
Yes. Yes.
Too dumb.
And he knew that Lucky would never do anything against him.
Yep.
Right.
Why? Because he was scared of him.
Right.
Sorry, I'll just have a dog that's going nuts. Okay. I don't know how they can push forward with Lucky stating 3 times now that there was no body and that he would have seen one. There are also apparently more witnesses because he said he saw other cars drive by as well, and no one reported a body.
And so, again, just because you don't see something doesn't mean it's not there. Just like he didn't see the big red dumpster. Like it just makes me want to pull my hair out, because it's like, this is such a ridiculous thing. And yet
he hit a basketball net that night. He hit a basketball net that night. When in the first trial, they showed him the TV screen. He said, I can't see it. He couldn't see what was on the TV screen. I mean.
Yep. And then what was he was coached very well for the second trial, because what was his response? As far as my eyes can let me see.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yep.
Loved. Yes, if they even attempt to question me about this. So David Yannetti loved that.
Yeah, because then it's going to keep what he's doing hidden as well, too, right? David Yannetti will never have to answer for it. Who's ever going to see these texts?
Yeah.
Who?
Can you? I mean, I can't imagine. They never.
Not in a million years.
I mean, they can't, because he looks like such a fool. Yannetti. I mean, he's supposed to be this refined lawyer, as he said at Boston College when he spoke, who would never, do the things that someone like Turtle Boy does.
Right.
And
yet
I mean,
here he is in the mud.
Literally, they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Here he is saying, you want to watch me yawn in court? Murder victim's family. Look how cool I am.
Yep.
He's like 14. He's
Yeah.
like a 14-year-old boy.
Yep.
Did he like that one too?
Mm.
Well, he's replying to this.
So, yeah. You're
Okay,
at the
there it
bottom.
is. Okay. I am concerned they want you badly. They charge you, then a judge prohibits you from having contact with the witnesses.
And
Why
there you
does he
have it.
care?
Boom, right there. Why is this defense attorney concerned about whether or not this investigative journalist who is pushing propaganda for the defense can or cannot have contact with the witnesses? I mean, that is all of it right there.
It's all of it.
It's everything.
Close the book. Like, there it is.
Yeah, and what's funny is Aidan doesn't even realize at this point that Yannetti's concern is not about him getting arrested. It's not about him getting charged. It's about him being prevented from doing this good work of having contact with the witnesses, right? He's not expressing some kind of empathy for if Aidan gets charged. He's like, well, now you can't contact the witnesses.
Right. He doesn't counsel him on, what witness intimidation is, what the penalties for that are.
Right.
He doesn't do any of that. He just says, oh my goodness, now you're not going to be able to harass these people for us.
Yeah. Right.
And
now
that's exactly
you're going to be locked up and, you're going to be writing letters to your girlfriend. He doesn't care about any of that.
No.
He cares about a judge prohibiting him from contacting witnesses.
Yeah. And I was going to say, Julie, like you brought up, that's exactly what it was. Yannetti knew at this point what Aidan was doing to them.
Oh, yeah.
He was congratulating him. He loved it. It was great.
And I have a question about this ethically and professionally, and an attorney can answer this. At this point, Aidan is an unrepresented person who is coming to him and talking about possible crimes. And David is confirming this might be a crime and you might be arrested. There are certain ethical rules about how an attorney has to handle this. So here is David talking to this unrepresented person. I think he might have crossed some lines here.
That's a great point.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, I think someone should explore that.
I don't know how they can push forward with, oh no, sorry, I'm responding to this.
Yeah.
There are so many holes in their case, but with every new discovery, they dig their heels in further.
And then Aidan replies, they can try. I look forward to fighting that if they do.
Always.
I was trying to see what he replied to himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was confused for a second.
And all this here too is, I had meant to say this earlier, but do you remember when Judge Gildea, I think that's his name, said they were talking about privilege issues?
Yes.
And the witnesses' attorneys said, he didn't see any with Karen, but, sees a lot with Kearney. I mean, there's all this attorney, whatever. This is all out the window now because these are all.
So I think it was opposite, Carrie. He was saying that he saw it with Karen and her attorneys because there is a mess here for Karen and her attorneys.
Oh, okay, I thought he was talking about Aidan.
Aidan cannot claim any of this as privilege.
Okay,
right, because he was not represented by these attorneys.
Oh, so because these are her attorneys,
right?
So
she was saying her. He was saying communications for her.
And if you remember, if we go back to the witness intimidation case, when Tim Brittle tried to assert that in court, and the judge pushed him on it, and he's like, Tim Brittle really tried to create that there was some umbrella here. There is absolutely none.
Right.
And
That's right. He tried to do the same thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And what's funny is they, while they claim to be playing 5D chess, the simpler move, instead of texting him the numbers of 6 or 7 attorneys, they could have said, give me $1 and I'll be your attorney. Right. And then all of this would have been privilege, but they didn't think of that. So
yeah, they're so smart. So smart.
So smart.
Well, then he wouldn't be able to be a reporter in the trial, right?
Sticky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Very
convoluted
complicated.
mess.
Yeah.
And then David loved that Aidan looks forward to fighting it.
Right, of course, because David doesn't care if Aidan,
No.
sells his future away for a bag of magic beans, which is what he did.
They're just letting him twist in the
Yep.
wind.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope Aidan sees that. Honestly, I really do. I hope he sees that. It's important to know who people are.
And then apparently Yannetti called him, and Aidan says, "Call you right back."
And then David liked it.
It's so funny. He must have those automatic things.
The automatic, yeah.
Yeah.
This is attorney David Yannetti. I'm on the other line. I will call you.
Yeah. I think he's in the bathroom.
Right.
Hey, sorry, just tried calling you back.
Let me finish up this call and I will try you again. I'm not saying that again.
You know
Yeah,
what though?
you
I
make
mean,
a
like
point.
if we were Yannetti and Jackson, this is proof that they are conspiring on something, right? This
Of
is
course.
code for
Right.
something.
Yep.
This is code.
Yeah.
Definitely code.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. We're being facetious, Free Karen Reed, because you're not going to
we are
get it.
being very
We're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Don't even bother, Jenny.
And then Aidan replies to the automatic reply.
Okay.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too much longer. I mean, look at this guy. He's on the phone texting
Yeah.
a blogger.
Back and forth.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
No rush.
Can I send you something hilarious if you promise not to publish it? Hang on.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
What is it?
It's him yawning.
It's him
court.
yawning in court in
Yeah,
front
this is
of.
when he sends a picture of him yawning.
Yeah.
And then Aidan laughs. Ha 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 ha. I caught that too.
I did too, actually. I remember.
Yeah,
seeing
I
that
remember
line.
seeing it too. Mhm.
I could have at least covered my mouth.
We all want to fall asleep when he's talking. Oh, wait, no, I must remember another time that he yawned because this was 2023. So I
Yeah.
think we have a lot of Yannetti yawning because I remember another yawn during one of the
I have this clipped from
That's
the day.
the
that
one.
he
Gee,
was
isn't that the
talking
one you
about.
have in the video where he's like stretching and yawning?
Oh, yeah. You know what? Maybe it is that.
In the spaghetti video.
Okay.
He has
you're right.
done that several times though. He
This was really big. It was a huge stretch. And a
Yeah.
huge yawn.
It was such a big stretch for such
And
a big
even Karen like gave him the look of death when he was doing it. She like shoots a look at him like, what is going on with you right now during this whole thing? I have it all clipped somewhere.
Well, this is it right here. You'll read it, or Carrie will read it.
At one point, Karen turned to me and asked if I was going to respond to something Lally had just said. I had to ask her what it was because he had made me start daydreaming.
And you can see her glaring a hole in him. Ugh.
He sends a picture of himself. Oh,
They're the same person. It's so gross.
I think this is Lally, isn't it?
oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It is Lally.
He was
So,
talking.
I mean, this is interesting though, because here he is. I mean, there are definitely ethical rules as to how they have to treat
Yeah.
their
Yep.
quote
Brother
unquote
counsel.
brothers.
Brothers.
Well, if this was Julie, if this was any other state, please.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's definitely not following those ethical rules
No.
right now.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
No.
But he did send the picture of himself earlier. You're right about that.
Sorry.
Of him yawning. Aidan laughs at the image.
Off the record, I have many friends in law enforcement, given the 10 years I spent as a prosecutor. One of my friends, a former police chief, contacted me about the police zeal to punish the dispatcher who ran the plates at Proctor's house. This was my response. Yep, they are giving tickets to the driver who took us to court, getting search warrants for phones to punish a dispatcher for running plates, and questioning the plow driver for a potential Turtle Boy wiretap violation. Sounds like these murder investigators have their priorities straight.
Yeah, aren't those all crimes though?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
how
He
dare
sounds
they?
like an idiot. He sounds like an
Yeah.
idiot.
How dare they? What does this mean? They're giving tickets to the driver who took us to court. What's that?
I don't know that they gave a ticket to the driver.
I do remember. Do you remember back when do you remember when the SUV was taking them and they were literally stopping just in the middle
Yeah.
of
I
the
know they
of the
take
street
money
Yeah.
and get
and
'em? And I actually think they might have gotten a ticket once. They would literally stop traffic, and that's a
Well, I
main
think
road.
they were told they couldn't do that. So then
Yes.
if they were told and the driver did it,
Yes.
that's exactly how laws work, right?
Correct.
So
That's
you're
how laws
warned,
work.
you do it again.
So I think
There you
that's
go.
what they're talking about.
And in the Ted Daniel interview, she references that. She's like, they were harassing our drivers. And she talks about all of that.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, I have another idea, Yannetti.
So
How about y'all just follow the rules, follow
Yeah.
the law,
They
and
just
Imagine.
none
they
of this
think they're
could be
so
happening.
entitled. They're
Yeah.
so
Can we just say
it's
again,
the
like
double edge.
he's
It's the
talking
double edge.
about wiretapping a witness in a murder case.
In
exactly.
And
his,
he's saying this is not a big deal. This
Yeah.
is the defense attorney saying you can wiretap witnesses in murder cases.
Yes.
David Yannetti co-signed that.
Harass and intimidate. It's all fine.
Yep.
And go ahead and access CGIS in an unauthorized way
Yep.
for us.
Yep.
That's
And-
fine
and-
too.
I mean, that was Jen McCabe, right? That's a main witness in this
Yep.
murder case. And he's saying, yes, please stalk her
That's
and
fine.
please run her plates all the time and
Mhm.
please do these things. Those are not crimes.
Nope. That's all good.
how dare anyone hold anybody accountable? Oh my God.
What a world we live in.
Sure, David. Sure.
What a
It's so
world.
true. They don't seem to care how it looks either. You mean they don't seem to care how it looks that they're doing their job? I mean,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
why would they care?
I mean, this exchange is
It's gold. And I mean,
it's gold.
Aidan and David don't have to worry about what they're doing looks like because they don't think anyone's ever going to know.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Oh
sure
my
don't.
God. Here we go. They don't seem what I don't know what their plan is. Do they not think the feds are coming?
I'm so sad that the
I
feds
want
haven't
a
done that.
t-shirt that says the feds are coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear it all.
Or a better one, Julie. The feds never came.
Oh, that's what I need. Yeah.
Julie, do you remember that really funny picture we made with Sean McDonough and the
Yes.
the
Are
FedEx,
they in
the
the room
FedEx
with you?
truck and the FedEx truck? And we were like, the feds finally came.
Feds.
I remember. I
Oh my
remember.
God. I think my paycheck from Court TV will come before the feds come.
Yeah, mine
I think
too.
you're right.
Yeah.
Is that it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So we have some more slides. I think we missed it probably when we were talking about Colin. There was some stuff I wanted to put in here. So I've got a couple slides. This is really about Julie Albert. So Colin's mom. You know, this is just a person who is connected to these people. She's related. She wasn't even at 34 Fairview.
Right.
And yet, no, they're done. I think that's where they end, right?
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Mhm, they're done.
Yep. So if you want to bring up the next slide, Ginny. And so, you know, Julie is Colin's mom. And she really is just a normal mom, just trying to do her best. If you were to meet Julie, she really is, and I don't mean this in any kind of condescending way, but she's that mom, like when your kids were in school, that was the room mom. When I met her, like she was putting stuff together. Like she's just that person. She cares about her family. She cares about her friends. And then you've got Aidan Kearney and David Yannetti that thought it was great to take shots at her kid and take shots at her. So the first video we're going to watch is Aidan. And then there's this video of David that I'd like to watch. It is after the second trial ended, and it is David making fun of Julie. So we'll watch Aidan first, and then we'll watch David.
Oh, Julie's watching right now. So I just want to say to Julie, you know, that it would be a real shame if you ended up on Turtle Boy one day, huh? would that be like your worst nightmare? Was that what you would call it? Maybe you call it that. If it would be your worst nightmare, Julie, to end up on, because I know you're watching Julie Alberts, I'm talking directly to you right now. It's just me and you, baby girl. Because I know your precious little baby Colin, you want to protect him. But you can't protect him anymore. We're sending that fucker to jail. Just know that. This little shit dick right here.
Yo, your advantage boys. I will beat all your asses. I promise you, I will fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch. You're a bitch, bro. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you, pussy. Yeah. Clean code, boy. You be knocked out. KO. Bang, bang.
Bang. That little Hellraiser that you raised, that's what failed parenting looks like, by the way. We're sending that little fucker to jail. Just know that. Your little baby's going to jail. And so, you know.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I have 3 boys, just like Chris and Julie do. I cannot imagine listening to that video if it was my child. I think there are so many people that were hurt by this. And there are people that probably suffered quite a bit. I think Julie is one of those people that suffered quite a bit. And, because she's quiet, she doesn't want to be in the spotlight. She doesn't say anything. She kind of stays in the background. People forget, there are people that suffer quietly. And I think Julie was one of those people that suffered very quietly. And so, but I think she held her head up in grace. And then you've got David Yannetti after the second trial ends. And David Yannetti goes on a show and he makes fun of Julie Albert.
Obviously the most hilarious moment was when she was trying to say Trooper Buchanan's name. And, probably your audience knows all about this, but for people that don't, Aidan Kearney, in his Turtle Boy way, nicknamed Sergeant Buchanan Bukkake, which apparently is a pretty obscene act that is prevalent in some porn movies.
Oh.
And funny nickname, that's Aidan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm cross-examining Julie Albert, and I forget the precise question. It might have been like, which officer was that
was there? Yeah.
And she goes, Trooper Bukkake. And so what people don't know is that I'm left with that. I'm sitting feet from the jury. And inside, I'm like, I don't believe that just came out of your mouth. What do I do? And if it were my own witness, I think I would have been right on the beat asking the next question, trying to camouflage it. But I couldn't help. I haven't watched the tape again. To me, it seems like I waited like 10 seconds. It probably wasn't that long. But I let that sink in. I did, yeah. Without cracking a smile or, I tried to remain professional, and so then
so he did that and he let it sit there to humiliate that woman. He is a disgusting human being.
He sounds like such an asshole. He really sounds like such an asshole.
I'm so sick of people who support Aidan being like, oh, in his Aidan way, he said something. It's like, you don't say this about Hitler. Like, oh, Hitler did it in his own Hitler way. It was so funny. They try and brush off the derogatory, vile nature as they support him and his behaviors. And him bringing this up is disgusting. Like, I can't even believe he even brought this up to humiliate her.
And then to admit that he did it, and then to admit that he paused so that she could be more humiliated. He is a vile human being.
He really is. And I think that the more and more, all I see now online when I go on is people disgusted with Kearney and the way he is. And I don't know how much more they're going to be able to use the in his Aidan way excuse and everything else. Imagine saying that about a man who called John O'Keefe's mother the C word and who wished death upon a man and his family. Like that's not in an Aidan way, sir. That is not.
Well, it's like that old saying, oh yeah, he's an asshole, but he's a nice guy once you sit down and talk to him. No, he's an asshole.
Yeah,
Right.
He's
Or
an
like
asshole.
they say he's rough around the edges. That's a common one they use about him. It's like, no, no, that's not rough around the edges.
Julie, I think you brought up a really good point about Julie Albert. I feel like she definitely she hates the spotlight, right? And she's quiet. You guys met her, and she's so sweet. And I just think so many people just put yourself in her position, what she had to watch her son go through.
That's her baby.
It's her baby. And when I just heard him say,
and her husband.
we're sending your baby boy to jail. Like, I can't even, and she gets forgotten, right? Because she's quiet, and she, and it's just, it's heartbreaking. It's
horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And then for him to sit there and laugh with Nurse Kim, laugh with FKR about her being nervous on the stand. Like, I'm sorry. I was already done with David Yannetti, but then when I saw this, I was doubly done with David Yannetti. He is a disgusting human being. It's not even about the behavior anymore. It's about the man. He's disgusting.
Yep. All you have to do is look at the way he talked and treated Ally McCabe, Katie McLaughlin, Caitlin Albert. I'm pretty sure he questioned both of them in at least one of the trials. He's despicable. He's despicable.
Yep. And
the irony of him saying that he tried to remain professional and then having this entire conversation and laughing. I mean, he's still an officer of the court. He's still an attorney that is expected to have a certain decorum.
Yes.
And here he is talking about bukkake and laughing. And like, it's just so funny to him.
That clip is actually longer, and he goes on. I couldn't stomach it, but apparently he goes back to the table, and he and Karen laugh about it. They all laugh about it. Liza Little, they all laugh at Julie Albert, this poor woman who they've been accusing her son. They've been harassing her husband. And he said, David Yannetti admitted, he specifically let it hang to humiliate her. It's disgusting.
And knowing that they're on the stand and it's being streamed everywhere, and the people watching are rooting for her to fail, rooting for them to fail. I mean, I can't even imagine the pressure they were under just to do their job and testify as witnesses, let alone just the humiliation. It's just sick.
And that's what a fanboy he was of Aidan, right? Like so much that her saying that threw him off for a second, because he wouldn't know that. He would have no idea if he wasn't so involved in what Aidan was doing. But he was one of Aidan's #1 fans.
I don't know if you guys knew what that was before this trial. I had no idea. I had to look it up, and then I was like, "What in the hell are we doing? Like, this is a murder trial. Somebody died, and this is what you're doing." And David Yannetti, who's the defense attorney, what was it? Was it Essex County, or what? Like, lawyer of the year did he win? This is how you're behaving. I mean, I don't know. The world's gone mad because this is insane.
He's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment. And that is why, and he knows he's an embarrassment. And that's why he has to go on Turtle Boy and scream and tell everybody that we're making things up about his text messages, because he knows how bad this looks.
Yeah.
He knows how bad this looks. They never thought this was going to come out. They never thought that. I mean, these two were talking constantly. And like whoever just said it, he was like a fanboy. I mean, it's disgusting.
We really should make him a shirt that says Aidan's #1 fan and send it to him.
One of the things that he said was, this was supposed to be private. Well, David, who you are in private is who you truly are. That's the core of who you are. So if you don't want anyone to see this, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe that's a clue that you shouldn't do it. Yeah. Especially not in a murder case, and especially not to witnesses.
They turn this into a complete circus.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a clown show. Like it's a total 3-ring circus clown show, and they did that, and it's a murder trial.
And
It's
Judge
disgusting.
Canoni really allowed it.
Yeah.
She really did. I felt bad. I feel bad for her in a sense because they dragged her online as well. But she really did allow this circus to continue.
Yep, she did.
Yeah.
She was afraid of them. I still can't figure it out.
Well, do
I
you
don't know
think
why.
it had anything to do with the motion to recuse? Because that was their point. They wanted her to be favorable to them. And they thought by filing that motion to recuse, if you go back
Right.
through the messages,
Yeah.
you'll see it. They're like, oh, now she's going to,
Yes.
you know, be
Yeah.
I
more
wish it had
favorable.
worked.
Yeah.
I think a
wish
lot
it had
too
done right
for
there.
everybody was, you know, until the new administration came in and Leah Foley was like, what is going on here? This is absurd.
Yeah.
I'm sure she didn't probably really know what was going on either. I mean, when the FBI is involved, you're like, what is going, you know? So
Right.
I'm sure it was a ton of stuff, but I mean, to not gag them and to not, I mean, she just never had control over her, you know, them. It was
No.
it was such a shit show.
I mean, when she, you know, that whole blow up with Arca, and she gave them that whole talk about being honest in the courtroom, not lying, not even exaggerating, whatever.
Yes.
They went right back to doing it
100%.
right out. I mean, it was like it never happened, and
Right.
she didn't call them on it.
Right. I think one of the biggest disappointments about her when I really said to myself, I mean, I don't think Free Karen Reed understands how lucky they were that they had her as a judge.
Right.
When she allowed those high school videos of Colin Albert to come in,
Yep.
this 17-year-old kid who wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I was speechless when I don't know where you would ever see that.
And the fake photo of the front of the house that was created by microdots.
Yeah.
No judge would have allowed. No, I've
Yeah.
never seen a judge allow an exhibit like that.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, that was
ridiculous.
AI. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It
And
was
to
manipulated.
allow a high school sporting, you know,
Right.
going at it, like allowing that was just, I'll never forget when those videos were played. I couldn't believe she allowed
And
those
then to go back on it. So she realized, right? Because she didn't allow it.
I know, and the second, which is just even more bonkers that she
Right.
allowed those videos to be played. That's what's really insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's just,
not to refer to the BBO or to anybody else after she clearly stated that they deliberately deceived the court. Like, that's just what is going on.
Well, I think she's required to, and I think that happens in private. That's my understanding. I could be wrong about that, but my understanding, she's required to do that. She has to do it, but I don't think it's like a public thing.
Right.
And yeah.
So I mean, I don't obviously want to shit all over. I mean, she's a judge and I respect her. I just wish she handled things.
Yeah.
There are a lot of judges that would have been like, absolutely not.
Can you imagine?
Absolutely not.
My God.
The Walsh judge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she had no control over her court.
Yeah.
She really didn't. It reminds me, judges remind me of parents, right? They all have their own parenting style. And Judge Canoni really was kind of like, if you're going to smoke pot, you're going to smoke pot in my house type parenting, you know, and that does not garner any kind of boundaries or respect from the rule breakers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the applause alone.
Oh my God, that she never said anything. We can't talk about it anymore. I'm going to lose my mind.
So our next slide is about jury tainting and Richard Green. We've said it so many times. You know, the point of this defense team, it's the reason why Alan Jackson was brought on. The point of everything that Aidan was doing was to get the case dismissed. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, if they couldn't get it dismissed, then they were going to taint the jury. And then David referred to a couple times in those text messages about Richard Green and how great he was. And we all learned afterwards that Richard Green was basically a guy in not even, I mean, what would you call that? Like a strip mall above a bar?
Yeah.
That got arrested at McNasty's for manhandling a waitress. And then after he got arrested, tried to say the police were corrupt because they arrested him. Like, we've read the police report. But these two defense attorneys, Yannetti and Jackson, were getting Aidan to believe that he was a genius. So these are these two clips.
Yeah. When they probably paid him with beef sticks and PBR.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Oh, we're going to have this issue. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up on Dropbox. So I figured it out. It's the .mov. Even if I put them on Canva,
yeah. So moving forward, I won't send you any videos that are.
Yeah, or I can just convert it. Yeah.
I mean, I can do it too. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's I just thought if it was, it's not weird. Directly in StreamYard, it would be different, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first one.
I want to make it impossible for them to have a pool of like 100 jurors without people knowing about this case.
I mean, think about that. Think about what he just said. That is, you just told us what you guys are all up to, right? So you want to taint the jury pool. 100 jurors. That's not, I mean, how many people live in Norfolk County? That's what, like 0.001%.
Yeah. And they love to talk about the amendment. Well, they like to talk about the First Amendment, and they clearly don't understand the Sixth Amendment. I mean, this is completely against the judicial system to try and taint a jury pool. This is egregious, really.
Yeah.
It's a big concern, and we've talked about this on Spaces before, but this is a really big concern for the era we're in with social media now, because nowadays defense attorneys seem to be taking on this new tactic of trying to push out a narrative and flood it in the community where the jury pool is. And you just can't avoid it. You can't avoid it, especially in high profile cases, which this became, right? I mean, a juror can try and avoid going on social media, but you turn on the news, you talk to a coworker, you just can't do it. And so they knew this, and that was the goal.
Yeah. I mean, so what does that take, right? Either you've got to have money behind it, or you've got to have a defense attorney that is willing to trade their morals and their ethics for fame. And we saw all of this in this case, right? So we had those people that were believing the lie, that were funding this. We had two attorneys that were very murky with, where that line was. The worst of the worst came together here. And so especially, to listen to Aidan and say, and the people that support him, the attorneys that support him, that go on his fundraising shows, and they're like, the First Amendment, we're Americans, the Constitution means something. You know what? So does the justice process, and so does having a fair trial, and that's a fair trial for both sides. So everything that you're saying right now is very hollow. Like, you're taking those what's the buzzwords, and you're throwing them out, and somebody's going to give you 10 pennies for that. It's gross. It's really gross.
That's exactly what it is.
I mean, there's nothing more important than having a fair trial in the justice system of no taint and no, I mean, nothing. There's nothing more sacred.
Well, and there's one question of why would Karen's team be pushing out a story everywhere they go? What's the point of that before a trial? There's only one point of that, right? And you read these stories, you read the Vanity Fair, you listen to these things, and they're giving misinformation, they're speculating, they're omitting information, and this was their goal: media. Sorry, Jenny, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say that one amendment is not more important than another amendment.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, but that's how they act, right? Like, and like Julie said, I mean, it's just a buzzword. They know they're going to stir people up by screaming First Amendment.
Well, I don't think they even know what the First Amendment means. What's protected and what's not actually protected. I
No,
mean, they scream it and they celebrate when there was that girl Erica that, you know, had that attorney with her and she crossed the buffer zone and she had her shirt on with propaganda on it, and that was against the rules. It was a murder trial that they were trying not to allow anything to taint the jury pool, and they created her into like some kind of messiah of this, you know, anti-establishment movement, right? And it's like, do you not realize what you actually are doing?
Right. It's such bullshit.
Yeah.
It just, imagine, I was just thinking, you know, during Alex Murdaugh's trial, a woman walking up and standing outside of Judge Newman's court with a shirt on that says Alex Murdaugh killed Maggie and Paul. No, that would not be allowed, Erica. So no, you cannot wear your Norfolk County is run by criminals shirt outside of the courthouse during a murder trial. It's just, it's not allowed. It's not your right. It's not your right. You can go wear it down the street. You can go wear it, but there were rules in place for a fair trial for Karen Reed too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mostly all for Karen Reed. Like, she is the defendant.
Was the one on trial. Right.
It's ignorant and it's entitlement. It's like those two things, ignorance, I don't know, three, arrogance and entitlement is what that was that they did.
Yeah.
But I think the scariest part is, which everyone will agree with, which is why it can never happen, just can't happen again, is it worked.
Yeah.
I think what irritates me most about people like Erica Walsh and Aidan Kearney is, and this is personal and it's anecdotal, but you know, the person who killed Noah had a very checkered criminal. He was a serious violent felon. That's how he was classified. And when I researched him one time on social media, I posted his criminal history. And then I never posted it again because I wanted a fair trial. I did not want jurors to come in and be like, oh yeah, I heard about that guy. I heard he's a drug dealer. I heard he shot somebody else. You know, I heard he did this. I heard he did that. And then to watch these people be like, yeah, we're going to taint the jury pool. Like, you know, I don't know how you call yourself an American. And I think for me, being, you know, so emotionally connected and still respecting that and still understanding what that meant, it's why they disgust me. I mean, they literally disgust me.
Well, think about what we just watched happen with, again, Alex Murdaugh, right? Becky, whatever her name is there. Like, none of us think that what that woman did was appropriate or right? He deserved, if she was talking to the jurors, saying to them, oh, watch this, he deserves a new trial.
Yeah.
And believe me, do we want him to have a new trial? Of course not. But it is so sacred, like the affair, you know, for the defendant and for everyone involved. I mean, that's why, do you see any people who, you know, were involved in that trial and, you know, really big on it on Twitter saying, oh, this is bullshit, this is ridiculous? No, because that wasn't right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it'll just be anarchy if this is how it is from now on. And I mean, it worked here. So like we were just saying, this is going to be the playbook, and it can't go on like this.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about it is here they're putting, you know, Karen in this position where, you know, she's disadvantaged. And the reason why people can do this, the reason why Karen was able to do this is because she has money. The people that are disadvantaged and really taken, you know, advantage of, they don't have this. They don't have that. So if you're wealthy and if you have means, then you know what, you can get away with anything in this country because you can just create a circus like this and you can go and do whatever the hell you want and no jury is going to convict you.
Yeah. It's scary.
On top of that, and we don't know, we
Oh, this
can't
is a good
prove.
point, you guys.
Yeah, I just was reading that.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yep.
Oh yeah, hillbilly.
And you know, as far as that goes, I remember thinking when Noah died, because they did get a search warrant for the house because he was shot in front of his house, and it was, of course, they've got to investigate it. And I remember when that happened, thinking like, that's great. The defense is not going to be able to say there was something in that house. They're not going to be able to make up a story. And you know what happened? They made up a story about what happened during the search with Noah's mother. So, you know, I don't know how to tell people that the defense gets a certain set of facts and they interpret them and they do the best they can with them for their client. That's a vigorous defense. And if you want to believe whatever they're selling, then I don't know what to tell you, because you probably need an adult guardian because you can't critically think.
So, I mean, obviously, I was very into this trial, and I obviously should know this. I just probably don't remember. So that night when they were on Moselle, they did not go into the house.
No, I mean, I think they went in the house, but I don't think they searched it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they did go in to like talk or whatever.
So
Like,
did they not search it until that the video they have where like they're in the pool
Correct,
room
which
and
was
stuff?
obviously the next day. It was the next day, or yeah, yeah. They did not immediately search that house.
Yeah.
Well, free Karen Reed. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
They're going to come up with an excuse, right?
Oh, wow. Interesting. I didn't realize that. So, I mean, they probably, like, you need probable cause, right? To go in someone's house, right? Like that's what we always said about, I think it was Lank or Gallagher. I mean, they never would have got a warrant to go. Everyone said he didn't go in.
Well, especially not
including Karen
after-
Reed. The actual
Right.
defendant said, or the actual person that they were looking at said he did not go in the house.
She told
Right.
Proctor and Yuri that he didn't go inside.
Yeah.
Karen's the reason why there was no probable cause, because she told everybody her tail light was broken.
Right,
Karen is the cause of that.
You're right. If Karen had said, I saw him run up the driveway and he peeked his head in the door, if she had said that, they would have been in there searching the house.
But that story didn't come up until later.
A year later.
Yeah.
Year later.
And I think Jenny has said it before. Karen framed Karen Reed.
Yes.
Karen.
Yes. Yes. She's
Yeah,
right.
every time a new video played, like Hank played one of the new videos, that was my go-to. Oh my God, Karen Reed is framing Karen Reed.
Oh my God, those videos were so good he played.
They were great. So I think the next video is Richard Green. It's about Richard Green. It is Aidan repeating the bullshit lies that these defense attorneys have given him about Richard Green.
So you need to hire experts to do this. And so Rick, I don't even want to guess how much that it cost to hire Rick Green to do everything he did. Because he doesn't work for cheap, I'm sure. Because he's one of the best in the country at what he does. And anyone who questions him is a fucking moron. Like, there's no other way around it. If you still don't believe that Jennifer McCabe Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m., there's just no other way around it. You're a moron. Like, you're a simpleton and a fool who believes the word of Adam Lally, a pathological liar. Like, there's no other way around it. You're a stupid person. Shame on you. Put your helmet on when you drive in your car, because you're in danger at all times. Well, so we are going to need to help her, obviously. So on that note, so today,
Richard Green had like 8 or 10 followers on Twitter during this time, and I think he still has under 20.
I cannot believe that he got all of those morons to believe Richard Green over Ian Whiffen and Jessica Hyde. I mean, this is such a cult, guys.
Yeah, I mean the drunk guy that got arrested in McNasty's. I mean, seriously.
I mean, he didn't even testify in the second trial.
Nope.
So they basically have nobody. They're believing nobody over they're believing the defense's closing statement over the witnesses.
Yeah, they conceded it was over. They just won't admit it now. And he got, I mean, they still believe it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
If you ask, like, why didn't they have Richard Green testify then in the second trial? And they're like, they didn't have to. They're not trying to prove their case. It's like, are you guys okay?
What are you talking about?
Oh goodness. So now, and again, I want you guys to think about the way David Yannetti, when you think about what Aidan said in that previous video, think about the things David Yannetti was telling him about Richard Green. And so this next one is a lie about the hair. Think about the things that David Yannetti was telling Aidan, that Karen Reed was telling him about the hair. And if, you know, you guys remember, the reason why there was no DNA is because it had to be specially tested. So here is Aidan Kearney repeating the defense bullshit to tens of thousands of people about the hair.
Testing. Her expert didn't do the testing. We've been talking about this entire time. They've been talking about this hair. Well, the hair has come back tested. And what did they determine? That the hair is not human. They've been saying it's human hair. They didn't just say it like, oh, it could be human. We need to test it. No, they said it's human hair. And we need to test it to see if it's John O'Keefe's hair. That's what they said. We need to test and see if it's John O'Keefe's hair. And so Karen Reed has had to pay out of her own pocket to have that, to have her. So her people, she didn't, they'll say, well, you hired some fucking crackpot like Richard Green and you can't trust that guy. Well, she didn't do the testing. Her expert didn't do the testing. Her expert observed them doing the testing to make sure there were no shenanigans. She had to pay out of pocket for that. And the testing came back that the Commonwealth did, and it's not human. Because, oh yeah, think about it, motherfuckers. I don't know why this didn't click before, right? It was snowing. Everybody's got a brush, right? Everybody's got a brush in their car. The fuck do you think a brush is made of? The brush picks up fibers from fucking anything. If there's a jacket in the backseat, it could pick up that. If there's fucking anything with fur, it could pick it up. If there's a fucking hair in your trunk, anything, it picks it up. And she's wiping off. It was on the quarter panel, so she's wiping it all off, and a fucking hair gets on there. And that hair stayed there for God knows how many miles between Dighton and Canton, that magical hair, which they told us was human. They lied to us the whole time. They just lie. They get caught lying. And good God, like, again, I want to go back and chronicle every time someone said it was a human hair.
I mean, unreal.
Oh yeah.
Just unreal.
It's unreal.
Right. So hair DNA follicles, right? There's like particular stages of the hair of what's there and what they can actually extract from that hair. So it had to go to a different, am I saying this right? A different type of
Yeah, it had to go to Bodie Labs because there wasn't a root on the hair, like, or there wasn't a root or hair follicle, or I mean, not hair follicle, the root. It wasn't there. So MSP's lab didn't have the equipment needed in order to test it. So they had to send it off to Bodie Labs because they're a more like advanced lab.
That's when they said it wasn't a human hair, right? That's when they started going with the whole it's not a human hair because they couldn't tell yet what it was. So it was automatically.
It had already been confirmed forensically to be a human hair. Maureen Hartnett had confirmed it's a human hair, but the defense first tried to say she failed her proficiency.
That's right.
Yeah, and that is what started this. It was a lie. It was a lie, and they used Aidan to broadcast their lie. And again, David Yannetti and Alan Jackson were fully aware of why that testing needed to be done and why the testing would have come back without human DNA in the other tests. It was a lie that they proliferated on purpose.
Yeah, the question was MSP never questioned that it was a human hair. It was just the DNA was the issue.
Correct.
Getting the DNA.
Correct. And so our next slide is, these slides are coming now after the trials. Well, there's one of him in court, but it's Yannetti, and it's Yannetti expecting special treatment. As well as Yannetti making this really interesting statement on how we don't do trial by media, which is what he wanted for the witnesses, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you had them. This is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
In my view, hearing that a police officer was found deceased by the side of the road and his girlfriend's going to be charged with motor vehicle homicide, that's typically a case where, if you make contact with the police in the DA's office and say, look, I represent this woman. She is ready to surrender herself wherever you direct her to go. I will go with her, whether that's a police barracks, a police station, or court. Just here's my cell number. Call me anytime. And most times they will cooperate with that, realize, before this case, I had been a defense attorney for, over 20 years. But it was still known that, I had a prosecutorial background. I have a lot of contacts, friends, colleagues in law enforcement still. I think that reputation, bought me something in terms of people knew that I was a man of my word. And if I tell you that I will produce my client, I will. And I always have. So, when they decided, in my view, to go behind my back, lock her up, have her do a perp walk in front of the media, my first thought is, that's not how I would have handled this case if I were a DA, with a former DA telling me, look, I'm representing her and I'll bring her in, right? Especially she had no record. She was a professor in school. She was a financial analyst. What are you doing? So I got my back up from the beginning. I
So much ego. So much ego there.
And so are we saving perp walks for non-white, non-professor
right, poor people, only the poor people.
Okay.
It wasn't even a perp walk at all. It was literally like bringing your entitled client into the police station.
I mean, he sounds like such a jackass.
Yep.
He is.
But it started out adversarial that way because they did not do, the MSP and the DA did not do what David Yannetti and Karen Reed and William Reed. This is Karen and Will Reed who take great offense to this. That she was actually arrested like a normal human. How dare you? She should have been able to go in the back and nobody should have been able to see her. Like, I mean, it's Karen Reed.
In her jeans with holes.
In her javelinas or whatever. Javelinas. Well, I don't even know what she was talking about. But it's so elitist. The whole thing is so, it comes off as so let them eat cake. It's unreal.
Yep. But they've just fooled all these people into believing that they're right. All of them watching this are, can't you just see them all agreeing? And yes. Oh, that was awful that you did that. I mean, it's just absurd.
How dare they? She's a professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I got to tell you all
about that.
Yeah. All of the pajama people would be arrested and dragged out of their houses like everybody else. Like Karen, she took a life. Like, I mean, according to the evidence, if you look at the evidence, that is what it says.
Yes.
Right. So she
they took her respectfully. They were, the whole video of them, they were so respectful, given the fact that they were arresting her for murder. They were, and she went on to that other podcast, Mango, what was it called?
Yeah, Rotten Mango.
Rotten Mango, and she lied.
Yeah,
she straight up lied, and it's provable lies by watching the camera footage.
Yeah.
She lies about them. She
lies
tells
all
the
the
tale
time.
about
It's
how awful
always
they are.
proven.
Yeah, I don't think she knows how to tell the truth.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't.
No.
She lies much easier than she tells the truth.
Yeah. And I mean, and also to the pajama people, if you were in your house and they came to get your telephone with a warrant, they would kick your door in.
Right.
They would
Hey,
not
careful.
wait outside for an hour. I don't know what they were thinking doing that.
She's a professor.
Yeah, exactly. But they'd kick my door in and they'd kick your door in.
Yep.
Yeah, the Rotten Mango, I feel like, is going to be gold for the civil case because there were a lot of lies in that.
You want me to play the next one?
Yeah, play the next
So
one.
I sent a letter to Mr. Lally, I believe by certified mail. I knew that the DA's office was planning to present evidence or witnesses to a grand jury, and at that early juncture, before anybody had asked them to indict, I notified the DA of 3 potential suspects, the ones that I'm talking about now: Brian Higgins, Brian Albert, and Colin Albert. After he received that,
He's so upset about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to say about this. So that was the first time Adam Lally had really heard that Colin should be a suspect. And so then when Adam Lally went to the grand jury and he asked all the witnesses about Colin, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he was there, but he left before John and Karen were there." Then David Yannetti and his psycho client turned that into another conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got this man with this huge ego who is basically, what he wanted Adam Lally to do was drop the case and invest and charge these other people. There was no reason to do any of that. And when that didn't happen, then they spun that into a whole nother conspiracy. So now if you listen to what they're saying about that, David Yannetti and Karen Reed are saying Adam Lally is also part of the conspiracy.
Well, of course he is, Julie.
It's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. And then the last clip is, it is so hypocritical. It is David Yannetti speaking on behalf of Karen and not realizing what he has done to innocent people who have never been charged with a crime.
and wait till you hear some evidence and then make up your mind, as opposed to tarring and feathering somebody just because they've been arrested for something that's not a popular crime or even a heinous crime. They're still presumed to be innocent. And this country was founded on that bedrock principle, which is we don't do show trials, we don't convict somebody in the press, and we need to keep an open mind because we're better than other countries in that way.
Which is
What I mean, I don't even. Yeah.
So we only do that when people aren't charged with anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Got it.
Yep. Tar and
Thanks.
feather
You know
them.
who
and
did
fry
it,
them in the
Steve.
press.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Did
what's
he
the
say it
show?
wasn't a heinous crime? Did he say that wasn't? Is he?
Right.
He said maybe a heinous crime, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he didn't say it was not. He said like maybe a heinous crime.
Gotcha.
But David Yannetti, Karen and her whole family were very upset that Karen had been charged with murdering a cop. Is
Right.
basically what it comes down to. And they thought that was very unfair that Karen was charged with that, even though there was evidence to suggest that Karen may have been responsible for that. They thought that was terrible and that should not happen. And so then our next slide is a little interesting. So let's play the video first, and then I'm going to explain to you the picture on the screen. So I don't know how many people know this, but David knew somebody that testified. David had a friend that knew someone that testified.
I was just blown away. She is like the salt of the earth. She's obviously brilliant and as Bob says, a tremendous witness. But she may be one of the most caring people, and her story is so remarkable in terms of her background. We actually have mutual friends because she used to be a Malden police officer. One of my good friends was the chief of police in Malden and knew her when she was a beat cop. She is a remarkable woman, and
That is Dr. Marie Russell that he's talking about. So David's friend, the Malden police chief, was friends with Dr. Russell. I am not suggesting at all that that is how Dr. Russell found her way to the defense. But if I was FKR, I could spin this into quite the conspiracy, couldn't I?
Yep.
And so that is a picture
Wow.
that David Yannetti posted on Twitter of him and the former Malden police chief, who is the connector between the defense and Dr. Russell.
What, Julie, you don't believe that Dr. Marie Russell was in an airport bathroom and reading about the case and decided during the trial that she could help the defense and reached out to them?
I mean,
And
I don't
just
know.
started up her subscription to the
I mean,
newspaper, just like right
think,
then.
You don't think that, I mean, that doesn't make sense to you? That doesn't sound plausible?
I mean, I don't know, Carrie. I don't know. But
You sound like, you sound like a conspiracy theorist.
right, don't I?
Yeah.
But yeah. So
wow. I mean, who is the Lord of the Rings person?
Who is that?
Yeah.
That's Runkle.
Who is it? Who?
Ian Runkle.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh
Ian
my
Runkle. I think he
goodness.
calls himself Ian Runkle of the Bailey, or
Is he a lawyer?
He's
In
a
Canada,
magician.
I
he
believe.
is. Yeah. Is this the next slide, Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are interview clips, and I'm not going to introduce them. I think we should play them, and then I would like to hear everyone's thoughts about what is said in these interviews. These are post-trial interviews.
You guys been following Turtle Boy as well, because that's kind of a corollary to this. Do you have any thoughts on Turtle Boy's prosecution? I know you're not counsel there, but any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, my hope is that enough's enough. They went after Karen Read with everything they possibly could, and he's collateral damage to that. He was aggressive. There's no doubt in the manner in which he asked questions. But it's funny. Somebody posted a video of 60 Minutes going to somebody's door and sticking a microphone in somebody's face and making accusations, and that's like old time journalism. I do not believe that the state's going to get convictions against him either. The case that he was involved in has now been shown to have been really a false case. At most, this turned out to be a first offense drunk driving conviction. I hope they come to their senses and stop this prosecution. I'm certainly rooting for him. And
You want next before we talk?
We can do the next one, and then we can talk about this slide.
Okay.
This is, see, as I said, he put his money where his mouth is, and he suffered as a result of this. And I'll speak for myself. I was not involved in any of Aidan's ultimate actions here. Nobody needs to be involved because Aidan's a force to be reckoned with, and he makes his own decisions. But and I didn't follow it too closely. But it's funny. At one point he published, I think, or somebody did on X or Facebook or one of those sites. 60 Minutes reporters going to somebody's house who's under investigation for something and knocking on the door and asking tough questions right to their face. It struck me that, Aidan may have made people uncomfortable, but 60 Minutes made people uncomfortable too. And we all have a First Amendment right to ask questions, the media in particular. I think
and we as the public have a right to those answers, to certain ones.
Exactly. So I think they're going to have a tough time convicting him, and that's if he had ordinary run-of-the-mill lawyers. He doesn't. He has at least two excellent lawyers. I've known Tim Bradle for a long time, and Tim is an assassin in the courtroom. He's a great lawyer, and Mark Betterow I've come to know as a result of this process, and we all know he's brilliant. So Aidan's in very good hands. I'm confident in the end he'll win out, but I think he does need people's help. This is expensive.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm curious, is the assassin the one who's mentally checked out, or is the assassin the one who rants about the First Amendment? I would like some clarification on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he makes some really interesting statements here. I don't think anyone on 60 Minutes has ever done the things that Aidan has done. That is a disingenuous comparison.
Yep.
They always want you to forget that these people were witnesses in a murder trial.
Yep.
Well, they never
ever say that. They never want you to remember that. That is against the law.
and federal witnesses.
Yes,
Federal-
you
Yeah,
cannot
and they
do
never
that.
they
You
never
cannot do that
explain
to witnesses.
they never explain the examples of what he was actually arrested for. They, like David Yannetti, he was asking questions. That's not what he
That's
was.
not what
That
he
is
was
not
doing.
what he's charged for. That's not what he's charged for.
No. And he
It's
also sounds, I mean,
disingenuous.
you can tell he's lying. He's stuttering. I didn't have any, you know, I didn't really follow it closely. Sir, we see your text messages. What
Yeah,
is
you
wrong?
lied.
You
You
lied.
lied.
Biggest fan, Yannetti. Give
You're
it up.
lying.
Were intimately and closely involved
Yeah.
with what Aidan was doing.
You're a liar. And
I
I
mean,
mean,
his
they can
pant
play
was
these
under
in
his
court
ass
and
in
pull out
one
your
of those.
text messages.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and I think the next slide is some more of these post-trial interviews, which again, these are going to come back to haunt everyone.
Can I just add before we move on? The enough is enough. Like, come on, guys, enough is enough. Stop prosecuting people that have been arrested for crime.
Well, he wants it to go away.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Yeah, because he
Of course
knows
he does.
all of this.
And let me just interrupt very quickly for all of my Norfolk County residents listening to this. If you have any questions of why they want Adam Deach so badly in office, this is why. This is why.
This is why they
So,
sent their money.
Please, please tell your family, tell your friends. Greg Connor is the man for the job of DA. You can look up his cases, Puppy Doe, Anna Walsh's murder trial, Officer Chesnut. He is a fantastic prosecutor and he will make a amazing DA. So, I mean, electing Adam Deach is basically electing Yannetti, Jackson, and Karen Reed at this point.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
please remember that.
And so the first video we're going to play here is after the witnesses made their statement. It's, what was it? Canton Confidential?
Yes.
Reads the statement and then there is a reaction. And so, so that's the first video. And then we've got another video of David, of course, making comments, but that's the first one.
Not long after the verdict was reached, we heard from the McCabe and Albert families who wrote in a joint statement, quote, "We mourn with John's family and lament the cruel reality that this prosecution was infected by lies and conspiracy theories spread by Karen Reed, her defense team, and some in the media. The result is a devastating miscarriage of justice." Although not named in that statement, Aidan Kearney, a blogger who goes by Turtle Boy, has been accused of witness intimidation and was allegedly aggressive towards some of the witnesses in this case. So, Attorney Yannetti, I wanted to start with you on this subject. Does the defense team bear any responsibility for his actions, given your association with him?
No. And, you know, I question the allegations against Mr. Kearney anyway. You know, if you look at, you know, old time journalism, 60 Minutes, you know, people, reporters going up to people's houses, knocking on doors, trying to get a statement. You know, a lot of that stuff is remarkably similar to what Mr. Kearney did. And, you know, in terms of us bearing responsibility for what, you know, all we did was defend our client zealously as we're required to do under the rules of professional responsibility. You know, Mr. Kearney is fully able to take care of himself and make his own decisions. He's not a child. So, yeah, I think the short answer is no, I don't agree.
And then we saw your text messages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go, Aidan. You're an adult capable of making your own decisions. That's him saying, we're throwing you under the bus.
Yep. And that's exactly what they're all going to do. They are going to leave him high and dry.
Yep. And does David really, really believe that if a person is threatening witnesses to not leave their home is not an egregious type of witness intimidation?
No, they're just pretending. Yeah, he's just pretending.
He's rehearsed. See how he keeps repeating the same thing? He's repeating the same thing.
60 minutes.
He rehearsed it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Kudos to that news anchor, whoever he was, though, asking that question, honestly.
Well,
I mean, Sue O'Connell must have wanted to dive under the desk.
She wanted to crawl under her chair. Yes. And then after he finishes this, like it cuts to Sue. And immediately she goes to another subject. Sue
Yeah.
does not want to deal with it at all.
Oh no, I mean, kudos to that man. I don't know who he is, but
Yeah, an actual reporter.
Yeah.
Poor Sue. No more hugs from the Reed family.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
So I don't think that I watched the entire interview, but yeah, I saw clips of it, and I mean, it's clear they're angry, they're upset. I don't know that they're helping themselves by going on TV and saying what they said, but I don't represent them. That's they have every right to do that. They've got a First Amendment right to speak out, and if that's what they want to do, they're entitled to do it.
So he's talking about the witnesses.
Yeah, his client went everywhere talking.
Yeah.
What does he mean helping themselves?
I know. What is he
helping themselves do? What?
Right.
Yeah, it was a low. He was punching low again.
Low.
Like he was like, trying to what's the word here? What is he doing to them? Like again,
dehumanizing and just
dehumanizing all of it. Like
their interview was
Passive-aggressive
horrible.
bullying.
They're bad. Their
Mhm.
interview was awful.
Yeah.
He's just gaslighting all of their stupid fans who believe everything he says. The same people who repeat over and over, John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. Like they just know that everything they say, these people will just chant it over and over.
Yeah.
again.
And he's
But also,
dismissing
there's
them, right?
a silencing aspect to saying, I don't know if they're helping themselves by speaking out in
Mhm.
public.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like that suppressive,
Yeah.
force
Yeah.
that they're trying to exert.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if we have a couple more interview clips. They did so many interviews. Yes, we have a couple more interview clips. These two, the first one has to do with the witnesses. The next one is very, very interesting. The one we're going to watch after the first one. But the first one is again about the witnesses. This time, I think you guys will be outraged by what Alessi says.
Publicly saying you should think twice about, I'll just tell you, just this came from I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just honestly thinking, like, as a lawyer, the McCabe's and Alberts, one of the things they said was you should think twice about being a witness because, you could be intimidated and this stuff could happen to you, whatever. But in our justice system, how important is it in this case and every case, right? Every case that you have, witnesses are incredibly important. You see something, you say something. Talk about how important that is to our justice system as well for people out there listening that, being a witness is a real thing and a real part of every single trial that should also be protected.
No, I agree. The whole system needs to be protected. Witnesses, lawyers, judges, defendants, prosecutors, but to different degrees. I mean, a prosecutor, lawyer, we go into this voluntarily, right? Witnesses oftentimes do not. And I think there's different speciation, if you will, of witnesses. There's those that sort of thrust themselves in, and there are those who are just innocent and get thrust in. So I think it sometimes depends upon the type of witness and how you became a witness. I might have a different perspective, but overall, they should feel like they can, any potential witness, any person who's not a witness now that may come one, should feel that the system is going to protect them sufficiently so they can come in and do their civic duty, because I think that's what most people want to do without intimidation. But there's a certain subcategory, and I think it's a vast minority of witnesses who do things. And then when they get the understandable attention for it, and sometimes it's not kind attention, for them to then say, whoa, and put up a victim card, I have less concern about those than the types of witnesses that just try to do the right thing, do it in the right way. And my last point is, for those who have the opportunity to go under oath and raise their hand, I think that's the best way to get the truth out and be subject to direct and cross-examination. That's the way our system is built. And for those that, I'll put it in terms of the categories, avoided witnesses, those that, want to avoid being it, but want to come on and still have a platform to talk about it, those I have the least concern about, who end up being witnesses but end up in a trial non-witnesses. In sum, we've got to do everything we can to protect witnesses because they are essential to the truth coming out and justice being served.
And David, the same thing could be said for defense lawyers, right? You've probably.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Like an absolute moron.
Yeah.
A different speciation of
Yeah.
witnesses
Yeah.
that really, they're not witnesses.
Yeah.
They try to pretend to be victims.
Yes.
Again,
And
Mr.
they
Alessi, like,
they
you made my
thrust
list.
themselves into this. They thrust themselves into this.
Right.
Yeah. So only certain witnesses
Yes.
deserve
Yes.
protection,
Yes.
according to Alessi.
Right. And
And who's going to be the one to determine that? I wonder.
right.
How do we determine which witnesses deserve protection and which don't?
That fraud host did not challenge him on that.
And he's
Yes.
disgusting.
Well, he's supposedly.
That picture behind him is like the personification of what just came out of his mouth.
Yeah, but it was actually disgusting, and it was yet another attack on these witnesses. Like Bob Alessi, I have zero respect for that man.
Oh, you're disgusting. And he knows, like we go through it, he knows everyone watching this in the chat is talking shit about the McCabe's and the Alberts and the Higgins, and they're loving this, and they're like minions, and they're cheering, and they have been sending people after unhinged people after these people for literally 3 years. It's so gross.
Well,
And
he
then
has
he
to
just did it
quantify
again.
it. Yeah, he has to quantify it though, right? Because if he leaves it at witnesses deserve protection,
you're right.
Right. He can't do that.
No.
Nope.
So he
It
has
really
to
was
say
word
witnesses
salad.
deserve protection, not these ones.
Except these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was word salad is what it was.
It really
Talked in
was.
a big old circle and
Yep.
really actually ultimately made no sense. He contradicts himself.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Yep.
What is speciation?
It's offensive. It's offensive to say that there are some human beings that are like sub-human beings that don't deserve the same rights as other human beings. It's offensive, Mr. Alessi.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Like they're not humans. Like what a
Right.
weird word to use.
Yeah. It's almost like
dehumanizing.
It's like
again.
worse than racism because it's saying there are certain species that shouldn't even exist.
Correct.
Right. So there are certain classifications of witnesses that absolutely do not matter and get no protection. Like that is such a deliberate word. I want everyone to think about the choice of that word because it means something.
It really is the dehumanization that we talk about.
Yes.
They want to dehumanize all these people. That has been the goal. And I mean, he really said it right there.
Well, I mean, it's worked. I mean, all of Twitter today was mad because they showed up at court for their hearing
Right.
and sat on a bench.
They sat on a bench.
Yeah, they are that subspecies
Yes.
of humans that don't deserve any kind of protection, according to Robert Alessi.
His only problem is he's talking to a bunch of people that do not understand what that word means.
So then, so our next clip, let's play it and see what these people say.
Okay.
Was to the restaurant. Bob was on the other side of the table facing out. And a guy came up behind me and put his hands on my shoulder. And I turned around and I, kind of confronted him to talk to him. And I'm saying this from Bob's standpoint. Bob gets up out of his seat and I'm talking to the guy. And it turns out this is a guy I graduated high school with. I hadn't seen in years. We were friends in the 5th grade. My sister was friends with his. So anyway, we were catching up. And Bob was already there, sort of with one foot in front of the other in a ready stance. And he was going to pummel this guy if he made any move against me. And he literally said out loud when he came over, like, I thought he was coming over just to like introduce himself, like, how you doing? Just be, friendly and stuff. But he literally said, "Oh, you guys know each other," and he went and sat back down. That's Bob Alessi. If you're in his bubble, you are protected. So I'm sorry, I just had to interject that.
I think I speak for everyone here when I say that this is the bromance that we did not know that we needed, and to see that you guys have become so close.
So is Bob a murderer?
Right. Was he play fighting
Might
in his
be.
little skin
I don't
tight
even
gray
believe
pants?
this. Remember, Alessi would always tell what he was going to do before he did it.
Right.
So I feel
I
like
am now
Alessi would
gonna
be
kick
like,
your ass.
yeah,
In my tight little capri pants. I'm gonna
I
kick
will
your
be
ass.
With my black latex gloves on.
I
Right.
just think it's so hypocritical that these two men were part of a defense team that
Right.
took play fighting
Mhm.
and made it
Yes.
into these guys are murderers. And then he's saying that Bob was actually serious and he was ready to be violent.
Oh,
with
well,
this
Julie,
man.
that's hilarious, though. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
right, right. We should all laugh at
That's
it.
funny.
and
That's just their
definitely doesn't mean
bromance. That's just their
murder.
bromance, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bromance. He's
Yeah.
a trained fighter, but
Mhm.
also he's in a bromance.
He wasn't
Right.
wearing a black hoodie. And had he have been wearing a black hoodie, that would make him a murderer.
Probs.
These are just like a bunch of nerds so excited that they are popular with this weirdo fan
Yeah.
group. It's
I just
so
don't-
like watching them in all these interviews is so cringe, especially Yannetti. He is so excited and so just like he's like
Gushy.
yeah, he's so excited and so like look at him, like every picture he's like he's so excited to be on these streams and to have, you know, what he thinks are fans. It's so cringe.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
so
don't
cringe.
understand how they don't see it. Right? How
They
do you not
see
see it?
it. They
And
don't see
how
it.
are your fans not seeing it? You're saying this, and yet you made like play wrestling into like practicing for murder. What?
I mean, he
What?
got in a stance to Matt, didn't he, to say this is what they were doing. Mhm. And we
Well,
all
imagine if
and
that
we're
was on
all looking
camera.
at the video where everybody's having a great time, and yet
Right.
they convinced these people that they were practicing their fight so they could kill John after.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Jared was
imagine-
like, on video.
Imagine
In the
if there
bar.
was surveillance of that moment and it had no audio.
I bet Bob is still in his seat in that moment. He's just like this.
Well,
And
his
so then
hands are too tight.
the next few clips we have of Yannetti in the courtroom, the way he behaved in the courtroom. If you guys remember, he took like a personal affront to everything. He was so offended by everything. And he was also quite rude and terrible to these witnesses who he 100% knew they were innocent. And I'm not suggesting that he should not be aggressive or vigorous with his defense, but he knew what he was doing to these people. He was playing to the camera.
Yeah.
He was waiting for that stuff on social media to be accusing them. He was very well aware of what he was doing.
And not only did he know what he was doing, like Julie said, he knew what was going to happen to these people.
Yes.
After this.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
There have been allegations of bad faith that has been attacked, and I need to defend myself and my client.
Yeah, bad
So
faith.
dramatic.
Really.
He's so dramatic.
Well, I mean, after what he did, and he knows what he did to these witnesses, he's going to take offense to that.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel
When it
like
happens to
is
you?
the rest of that clip when the judge said, like, interrupts him and goes, "How long is this going to take?"
Oh, I think there's another one that has
clip.
that. There's another slide that has that one. And so the next one is what he did to Caitlin, who just, I mean, she went to a bar that night with her mom and dad. Like that should be.
While you were in Maine, there were 7 of you in a hot tub together, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
You were in a hot tub with Katie McLaughlin in Maine, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
I mean, ridiculous. This poor girl.
Lally sounds so exasperated.
Yeah.
Objection.
It's like,
But I like how composed she was. She was like, I'll just wait until the objection gets sustained.
And she smiled. Like this, is so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
She's literally laughing at him on the stage.
You were in
Yeah.
a hot tub.
Do you guys remember being that age and being at parties or gatherings with people that you really didn't know?
Yes.
But I mean, imagine that. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh my
Or on
gosh, I have
vacation.
pictures. I mean, I was going through pictures the other day, and I'm like, I don't even know who these people are. Like, and I'm standing in a group smiling with them. Like, I had my best friend next to me, but other than that, I'm like, I don't know.
No.
Especially when you're in high school, like you have
I was in high school
to hang
at the
around
time.
with.
I don't remember anybody's name.
In college, I have a picture of me and this girl that got along all night at this party. And I have like a picture, my arms around her. We were
Right.
laughing. Like, I think our boyfriends at the time were like also, you know, friendly. And it's like, I don't know who they were.
No. So yeah, and the opposite side of that, like when my sister passed away, like people sent me pictures on Facebook. I don't know any of the people in those pictures other than like me and my sister. I don't remember any of those things, but it was a wonderful thing to get those pictures. Like, and they turned this whole thing into something really dark and really gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the next one?
Yeah.
What is a beacon light?
Beacon light is exactly what it looks like. It's a light that just illuminates and it goes around in circles.
And the marking lights, what do they do?
They're similar to driving without your headlights. They're just there to mark the truck so that it's more visible for residents who may be driving and not paying attention.
And where does the lighting face those marking lights?
Front.
Okay, so in terms of the light that strictly goes toward the front, you have marking lights, plow lights, and headlights, correct?
Correct.
What about facing diagonally out front?
Again, as far as the lights will illuminate.
And then on either side, directly up.
He looks like an air traffic controller.
Remember how excited he got?
I think of the YMCA song.
He was so excited to talk
But
about
do y'all remember that video like turned into a meme of that like sloth that was in the middle of the road and it like reached up its arms really slow and that guy rescued it out of the road? That's what I think of every time I see this.
I mean, look at him.
Him.
It's like he's like showing someone how an airplane flies.
What is he doing?
The lights, the lights went out this way. And
I'll
this
tell you what
way.
he's doing. He's performing for Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Because he sold his soul to Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Because look how bright the lights were, Lydia. You would have seen John.
I do want to say too, and I think I missed it when we played the other video, but when Lucky says, as like he's asked, I don't know the exact question, but he says, as far as my eyes can see.
Yep.
Even a blind person can answer with that answer.
Yes.
You're only going
Yes.
to see as far as your eyes can see. I mean, what a weird answer.
But FKR ate that up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a non-answer is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's our favorite person.
Matt.
Did you see Brian Albert and Brian Higgins practicing fighting at the waterfall?
Practicing fighting?
Right. Did you see them kind of square up in a fighting stance to each other?
I recall them grabbing each other. I don't recall them squaring up like they were fighting each other. No, they were playing a little grab ass with each other. I did see them grab each other. I don't recall a physical, hey, let's go duke it out. I do not recall that.
Okay, so are you saying, taking you literally, that they grabbed each other's asses? Is that it?
No, I'm saying grab ass. It's a figure of speech.
Okay, but what they didn't grab each other. They were in a fighting stance, weren't they? Didn't they crouch down low with each other?
I'm telling you, I don't recall seeing them crouching in a fighting stance. I recall someone grabbing somebody. I don't remember who grabbed who. I just recall like a bear hug or something. I thought I recall them doing a bear hug.
All right, so you recall them, one of them getting behind the other one and kind of restraining them or grabbing them?
I think there was a bear hug, yeah. That's what's in my memory.
I love him.
I cannot.
What an asshole.
Remember he asked him at one point, is this funny to you, sir?
Right. And Matt's like, yeah.
I mean, yes, it is funny. Yes.
It is funny.
funny.
You look
It's ridiculous.
you look and sound like a fool.
Yes, it was
grab
the
ass.
most normal reaction.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Tuesday?
I was just repeating. It's like by a grab ass. Do you mean
Right.
actually
They grab
grabbing
each other's asses.
the asses?
What a weird.
Yeah. So more
weirdo.
wonderful Yannetti courtroom antics here.
There's no mic at council table, so I'm going to go to the podium with the court's permission. We need to be heard on this.
That's why we're here, Mr. Yannetti.
Thank you. I'd like to start with the most outrageous and false assertion that the Commonwealth made in its motion.
Can I just ask you, there's no jury here, can I just ask you how long this is going to take?
Between 5 and 10 minutes.
Okay.
tops.
Because I don't need, the hyperbole.
Your Honor, I need to make my argument in the way that I think is most effective for my client. I will keep this brief and succinct, but I have points to make that I need to put on record.
Okay, and I'm the person you are trying to convince, correct?
I understand.
Ridiculous. The next one is great. Yeah. I mean, like, that's ridiculous. Like, I mean, we're all going to laugh at you, David, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I wish we could
great
see Paul's
Bev
face
moment.
better. I wish we could see his face better. I guarantee he laughed at some point.
Yeah.
You would agree with me that Nevercracker wouldn't like a photo of somebody on his lawn with drinks in their hands, correct?
The cartoon character, Nevercracker?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor.
It's
love
the
Fred.
objection by Lally every time that gets me. Again, still exasperated. I'm sick of these people.
But I love how dry Chris was. He's
There's-
like, the cartoon.
There's like a silent for fuck's sake every time Lally objects.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my God, there's more.
These are a little more difficult because he's attacking first responders. Yeah, these are a little more, they're not as funny.
Mr. Whitley, yesterday you testified that when Karen Reed was brought to the hospital, she didn't want to get into a hospital Johnny and she didn't want to give a urine sample. Do you recall that testimony?
I do.
It was clear to you that her reluctance to cooperate at that time was because she very much wanted to check on John's progress and status at the hospital, correct?
No, I don't believe that to be the case.
Well, you testified before the grand jury regarding this matter 3 years ago, didn't you?
I don't believe I said that she was
I
reluctant.
didn't ask you that question. You testified before the grand jury 3 years ago, didn't you?
I testified before the grand jury 3 years ago.
Do you see
I mean,
that?
why?
Like
Why
how
would
he
you-
tried to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he tried to insinuate that he lied.
Yep.
And then he said, I didn't ask you that. I asked, did you I mean, he's a piece of this is a first responder
Yeah.
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 who he is also, they also brought into the conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean,
Daniel
they have
Whitley,
to-
the first responder.
They got to degrade everyone.
Whitley is the one that took his fire truck to Carrie Roberts' neighborhood and conspired during that function they had for their neighborhood. Remember?
That was one of the best. Remember when Hank said, did you take your fire truck down and conspire with Carrie Roberts on the side of the road? That was
funny. It was great.
I mean, that's how
10 minutes away.
No.
And it wasn't a half hour.
No.
Right? It was more than 2 hours, correct?
Maybe.
And you drove, correct?
Yes.
How many days did you spend in Maine?
I'm not sure, maybe 2.
So you were up in Maine over a weekend?
Yep.
With Katie McLaughlin, correct?
Yes, as well as a bunch of other friends.
Oh, of course. But the answer to my question is you were with Katie McLaughlin, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
How many times have the two of you been to the beach together since high school?
Objection.
Do you know? If you can answer that, go ahead and answer. I know that we have been to a beach together, but I don't know how many times. I could guess. Next question, Mr.
You
Yannetti.
said a beach. Does that mean that the two of you only go to one particular beach?
No.
You've gone to multiple beaches with Katie McLaughlin, correct?
Not that I can remember. I can't remember.
how many times. I have one memory, but I can't say for sure how many times I've been to a beach with Katie McLaughlin.
If I showed you a photograph of the two of you on a beach together in bikinis, would that refresh your memory?
Objection.
Mr. Yannetti, you can show her a photograph.
Thank you. Find it for me.
Yes.
Again, I'm showing you S for identification, one particular photo in S. You take a look at that and look up at me when you're done. Does that refresh your memory?
Yep.
That particular photo that I showed you from S for identification, what beach was that?
I don't know the name of the beach.
Where was it?
I believe somewhere in the Cape.
And Katie McLaughlin is in that photo, correct?
Yes, along with a bunch of other friends.
Of course, there are other friends, but
Ms. Yannetti, please no more, of course.
Of course, Your Honor. With regard to that photo, once again, you are Katie McLaughlin. Were you not right back of her?
In front of me, yes. And the mutual friends that I said that we have are also in the.
Let me ask you this. Has anybody in this,
Judge, I'm going to strike that, of course.
has anybody in this courtroom today asked you about the other mutual friends who were there? Did I ask you today whether there were other mutual friends in that photo?
Objection.
You added that to your answer, correct?
Objection.
Can you answer that? Yes.
Who were your college roommates?
Objection.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Who were your college roommates? How many college roommates did you have?
Stand.
Fair to say,
Let's bring more names into it. Give me your college roommates. So we can know what's happening.
That's what he wanted.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Hillbilly, I put Hillbilly's comment up just because that's something I think he was doing too. Like, I think not only was he trying to impress Karen Reed, but also Alan Jackson. He was trying to match Alan Jackson's energy, but it just turned him into such a jerk. In my opinion, that's part of it.
Yeah,
I think that.
No, I think you're right. 'Cause he sounds like an absolute jackass.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I do think, it's good to show clips like this, right? Because if any of the cult members or, turtle riders are watching, I mean, do you realize how many people they are saying are involved in this? I mean, we just showed you, every person that stepped on the stand is involved in this conspiracy, guys. It's just not possible. I mean, it's such a joke.
It's literally like half the town or Karen. who's lying.
I think we have one last video.
Yeah. Well,
and so David Yannetti did not want to shake Aidan's hand, but something else was acceptable.
Yeah. Hold on. Why did my thing stop? Oh, I see why. Okay. Let me go back to that. Nope.
Oh.
There we go.
The butt tap seen around the world.
And the wink.
And the wink right there.
Yep.
Couldn't shake his hand.
Grab
but was
ass.
trying to grab his ass.
Yep.
And I think that was a nice big thank you for an absolute horrible blog that he did the night before. I could be wrong, but I think on Katie McLaughlin.
Oh yeah.
It was for it. I don't know if it was the blog or just Twitter, but yeah,
And
it was definitely.
it was horrible.
It was just
She had been on the stand that week.
Yeah.
This was right after this was the same hearing where he said, don't be upset if we don't talk to you or whatever, right?
No. That one was way before this one.
Yeah, this was in the trial.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was probably
Right.
a year before. So once he had a year in between, he was like, okay, I can't shake your hand, but I will grab your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't this though? This came kind of after, maybe a few weeks after David Yannetti made that public statement, kind of denying that or was it a motion or something where they said Aidan, what did they refer to him? The intimidator.
Right.
Wasn't there like
Yeah,
something
I
about
mean,
the
it may have been. I mean, they started denying their connection to Aidan very early on, so August
Yeah.
of 2023, and then they just said it louder and louder and louder, and now we know that was not true.
This is also, if you, I don't think you can see it here, but if you could see the back of Aidan's head, he has a K shaved in it.
He sure does.
Yep.
Was that when he looked up the Hitler haircut, or is that for Karen?
Let me see. Oh, it always does that. Let me see if I can rewind it a little bit so we can see it. But you guys,
Yeah, the K was outrageous.
That
Like,
was
when he did that.
amazing. That was.
That is some cult level.
It's creepy.
It really is.
Right
That
there.
is. I mean,
I actually thought that was fake when I saw a picture of it. I thought
No,
someone
he
made
actually
that.
put a K in his head.
Yeah.
I mean, dear God.
yeah, I can't do it without it. Like the
Yeah.
two.
That's okay.
Yeah, the sliders are like overlapping and messing it up.
I think somewhere I have a picture like zoomed in.
Yeah,
of
we
the
have
K.
it.
Yes.
We have
Yeah.
it for sure. All right. Well, that's David Yannetti.
That's David.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I like that we ended it on Yannetti playing grab ass with
I know.
Kearney.
So great.
Yeah.
Literally grabbing his
That's a
ass.
great point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe he was going to kill someone after.
With his
Probably.
acquaintance. Or
I
Possibly.
mean, we've got butt dials and we have grab ass, so obviously
That's
he's a
right.
murderer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Great job. Great
So
job.
next week, we were planning on doing the jurors.
Right.
Aidan's attorney, though, did say that he would have his motion to dismiss, the anti-SLAPP motion, filed by tomorrow. He said end of week. So we will play it by ear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on what Mr. Kearney, he hates it when you pronounce his name wrong. So
Adam. Just
yeah,
call him
Adam,
all of it.
Adam Kearney
Adam.
files. But we will bring you guys a jury show as well, and then we will move on to Alan Jackson.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I wanted to do to you guys, which I thought would be really fun, is we started our show after, but it would be really good to read, especially now with the, I don't know why he has another motion to dismiss for his witness intimidation case. He already had one, but it would be really interesting to read Judge Doolin's denial of the motion to dismiss, because that's, I think would be really interesting to people. I mean, he just flat out is like, this is not First Amendment.
Right.
So I think people would find that really interesting.
Yeah.
So that makes me
Good
super
idea.
excited. I would love to read that.
Right? I know. I think that would be fun.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Are we aiming for Thursdays still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's
So
pool
we-
season, so I can't do Sundays.
Yeah. And then everyone who's here, if you want to go on to the Testify website or the Venmo's right here and, donate anything to the witnesses. They have so many cases, unfortunately, that they are
Even if
funding
it's
right
just
now.
$1. Yeah.
And even, $1, $5, it's so helpful. They're so appreciative. And don't forget about the local people who are here on June 19th. We have an event. You can go to my page or Kate's page. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be some really good speakers there. So hopefully you guys can all make it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the reality is Karen Reed is trying to bankrupt these people. So
She
it
is.
wasn't enough to smear them. Now she wants to bankrupt them. So anything you guys can do to support them, it is so appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.